Me. Show up! Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town? Show up! But who am I? Show up! Who am I? Show up! I can't hear you. Show up! Can you dig it, nigga? Sucker!
How you doing, fight fans? EJ Boxing Live here. We're live hangout predictions. FRAMPTONQUIGG, Lundy, Crawford, Afolabi versus Huck, and Santa Cruz versus Martinez. Boy, we've got a star-studded panel. Everyone's over here. Jeff Boxing, Anton Carney, Scorsese from the Boxing Voice. Hey, boy, it should be a great show. Hope you enjoy it. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. All right, man. So we're gonna start straight off with Jeff. I ain't talked to Jeff for a while. We're gonna go straight into Quigg Frampton. How do you see it? Who's your prediction? Who you got winning?
Honestly, for the longest time, I always just felt Frampton would whoop his ass, and I still feel like Frampton should win it. But like lately, I don't know. Just watching Quigg's last fights, it could be a scrap. It could. I don't know. I wouldn't count Quigg out, but I'm leaning for Frampton. I'm hoping Frampton wins.
What have you seen to make you feel like Frampton's gonna win this fight?
I think Frampton's more rounded boxing-wise, but it's hard to say because Quigg's been knocking people out so early. But I think Frampton's got a little bit more experience, a little bit more rounded skills. I just think he's got the kind of movement and the jab, like he could control the majority of the rounds.
Cool, man. All right, let's go. And Anton Carney, who you got winning, man, and why? Frampton and Quigg.
I was going for Frampton. Frampton myself. With me, I always tend to go for the better technical fighter. That's always been the MO. He has better footwork. I think he has quicker hands. But even though Quigg does have power, you know, when this fight was first announced, I really didn't have a lot of interest in it because both of them is walking around with Rigondeaux's belts.
Yeah.
But I mean, I hope Frampton win because I would much rather see Frampton versus Rigondeaux because I think that'll be a better contested fight.
Mm.
So you got what's your decision? What United's decision?
I think it'll go the whole 12. I think it'll be unanimous because I don't think Quigg is gonna be able to touch Frampton like that. Like not like he's been doing recently against other opponents.
All right, cool. Hey, Jeff, what did you get? Was it United's decision or what was your prediction on that?
Yeah, I'll go unanimous decision. UD. I feel like that's the most likely outcome.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, man. Scorsese, Boxing Voice. Who you got? Why? Break it down, bro.
Most likely outcome, like they said, is unanimous decision for Frampton. But I'm gonna get a little outrageous with it. I feel like getting a little outrageous. I see Frampton as a fast starter. He started so fast in his last fight, that he walked in the punches. He wanted to get going so fast. He walked in the 2 punches and was on his ass. The fight before that, he started so fast, he just ended up getting the dude out of there. The fight lasted some rounds, but you could tell by round 3 or 4 he was landing too many clean shots. And Quigg, he started slow. He just started slow. If it wouldn't have been for that good punch in the second round versus Martinez, I don't think he looked comfortable in the first round. It looked like he wasn't out there getting a look. It looked like he was out there fighting on nervous energy, trying to look good on the back foot, and it just wasn't working for him. But he landed a shot. It got him out of there. But what he going to learn about Frampton is he started fast, he stayed technical, and when Quigg try to turn it up in the late rounds, because that's what he normally do, he going to learn that Frampton going to turn up right now. And I think the corner going to say, you young, and we don't got to take this kind of punishment. They going to pull him out of that.
Yeah, man.
Call Frampton by 9 rounds. 9 round stops.
Hey, man, look, boy. It seems to me, man, it seems like it's one-sided. I'm going to jump on board and tell you Carl Frampton as well. But before I do that, I'm just going to make sure the panel aware of the wins and the losses. So Scott Quigg's win, 31 wins, no losses. He's got 2 draws. He's got 23 knockouts. Carl Frampton, on the other hand, has got 21 wins with 14 knockouts, no losses, no draws. So Scott Quigg's got more knockout than Carl Frampton's got fights. But the thing is, yeah, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people's opinion, Frampton's been there with a better opposition by far, much by far. Another thing as well is Scott Quigg in some of his early fights against lesser opposition, he's been down a couple of times. And like Scorsese pointed out, yeah, against Martinez, he looked too comfortable, but he wanted to outdo Frampton. But Frampton beat Martinez twice before Quigg got a hold of him and bombed him out. And also, Frampton's last fight in the States against Gonzalez Jr., that wasn't an easy fight to come to another guy's country. He came to Texas and to squeak, and he was down the floor himself to come back. And I thought that guy Gonzalez he might turn out to be something. So we don't know. But on form, on paper, I have Frampton winning the fight. I think he'll win by unanimous decision. But if a knockout comes, I wouldn't be surprised. So I'll have to go with the rest of the panel knockout. I'm gonna go by unanimous decision. Frampton, where he's been. All right, and undercard fights on that one. I think Carly could have to. Okay, so if you want me, Carly, I'm gonna have to leave you for a second. Yeah, getting some feedback. All right, so on the undercard, there's some other fights on undercards. Jamie McDonald versus Jorge Sanchez for junior featherweight division. But other than that, there's no real notable names. Charlie Edwards fighting Luke Wilson. But you guys over the States, I'm not too sure if you know some of this guy, but the world title fight, the IBF and WBA is happening. And really, we already know Rigondeaux's the WBA champion. Apparently, the winner's going to face him. And I'd rather see Frampton versus Rigo, because I don't think Scott Quigg will face him. So I
don't think Frampton's gonna come back to the 122 for that kind of money. I don't think he's gonna do it.
Apparently, there's a rematch. They haven't a rematch close. There's a rematch. They're talking about if the fight's close, they're gonna have the rematch fight in Belgium. So also, Rigondeaux might be shut out. So that's what they're talking about. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna go stateside now. Go ahead.
We kind of already knew that. We kind of had to figure that this fight's so big and they so small. This is what small fighters do. They rematch as much as they can. They take advantage of that. So Rigo ain't getting no shot, man. I just don't see it.
No. Apparently, go ahead.
That interview leading up to the fight, I heard Frampton. He was saying like he planned on fighting Rigondeaux like as soon as if he beats Quigg, and he was saying he rates Rigondeaux as like the #1 super bantamweight. He's like, yo, I'm not #1 if I don't beat Rigo. So. Like, after hearing that, that's why I wanted Frampton to win, because it sounded like he'd be down for that fight.
Yeah, he does sound like that, but, people say a lot of things about him. Yeah. We have to find out. But that's the reason why I probably want But I think Frampton, in general, is the better fighter. To be fair, you know what I mean? He's been around the world. Scott Quigg, he was never the legit WBA champion. He's not really a champion anyway. Until you beat Rigondeaux, no one, you guys are stateside, even me myself, I never created him as a world champion, and he was holding that mantra for a while. But this is his his world title shot against a legit world champion. But I think that the WBA belts on the line, actually both belts on the line, so we have to find out. All right, so we're gonna go stateside, yeah. I'm gonna talk about it. You guys probably give you a bit more in depth. We're gonna start with Scorsese first. We got Terence Crawford versus Lundy. How do you see it? Why do you who you got? What did you take? What's your take on the weigh-in? Go ahead.
People talking about getting in Crawford head. That don't win fights versus a monster like him when you the smaller man. Like Crawford he not gonna waste time boxing. He gonna be on the front foot, cutting down the ring. He gonna show his versatility of being a monster, not just somebody who can outbox you, who can hit you and not get hit. He's going to take some shots, but he ain't going to feel them from Hank. Hank talking about if I hit you with this punch, you going to feel Philadelphia. Well, I had to say Philadelphia been taking a whole lot of L's here lately. So, Hopkins started the trend off with Kovalev, in the hip-hop game. In the hip-hop game, they taking a lot of them. That's what people saying. Even though I thought Meek did better than some people gave him credit for, but you can feel, I don't care if he feel Philadelphia, New York, D.C., and all that when you hit him. You're not beating Crawford. He's going to get on the front foot. He's going to be sticking his tongue out. He's going to be leaping in the ring. He's going to beat the hell out of Hammering Hank Lundy. He's going to get hammered.
What is it? By knockout? What is it?
And the fight's not going 12. I don't think he's going to be asleep in the corner, but the fight ain't going 12. Hank not standing there for not no more than 10 rounds.
Okay, under 12. Okay, all right, we're gonna go back. So Answer on Cardi. Go ahead, man.
Bottom line, I hate to say it because once upon a time I was a fan of Hank Lundy, but he's nothing more than a gatekeeper at this point. That's exactly what he is. There's no way that he's gonna last 12 rounds with Crawford. Crawford just got his war chest is just too full. The man just got too much skill. You know what I mean? I mean, as far as trying to get in Crawford's head, I mean, nah. It's just like my man said. That don't work. That don't work on Crawford because he got too much dog in him anyway. So getting in his head against, I know it's not gonna work because he in that zone anyway. You know. So me personally, I think it's gonna be more on the lines of what he did to Gamboa. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be a stoppage in the middle of the 8th round.
Cool. All right, man. Cool. Go ahead, Jeff Boxing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much in agreement with the panel. I think Lundy's a tough fighter, but he's kind of on the downward end of his career, and Crawford's just a young gun who's really in it. I don't know. I think Crawford's the best 140-pounder right now, and I think he's got a lot of potential to really be something great. And he's got the skills. He's got the mindset of a killer. I don't see Lundy going the distance with him, especially because Lundy's usually got stamina problems in a lot of his fights. That's how John Polina knocked him out. So I definitely think Crawford's gonna shine and do some switch hitting and just get him out of there.
Yeah, well, I could see that happening, man. I'm gonna go for Terence Crawford's records. He's got 20. He's had 27 fights and he's won 19 by knockout. No losses, no draws. He's 28 years of age. He's already a 2-weight champion. Derry Jean. He's got Thomas Deloy, Raymond Beltran on his list, Uris Gamboa, Ricky Burns, I think, and Braekhus Prescott as well. He's got some good names on his record. Hank Lundy, on the other hand. He's been on the wars and, like he said, put it up from Philadelphia, be taking some losses. So he's got 26 wins with 13 knockouts, 5 losses, one of them by stoppage. He's got 1 draw. Notable wins. I think the notable win is probably Joseph Usyk. Other than that, the Herrera fight, technical decision. There's a loss. The Lawmay lost to him, and obviously Crawford beat him. Victor Posto, he lost by unanimous decision. He lost by majority decision to Raymond Beltran. Again, Crawford beat him as well. Who else we got over here? Hank Lundy's been around, man. He's you know what I mean? He's been in the wars, man. He's been in the wars. But every notable guy he stepped up to, he's lost again. So most observers and experts would say that, you know, Crawford should beat him. But from what it seems like, Crawford, Hank Lundy's a pretty stubborn guy. I got Crawford by unanimous decision. I know Crawford will be looking to stop him because of the girlfriend situation and the stuff that was brought out there. So I'm gonna go by Terence Crawford by unanimous decision, and yeah, it should be an interesting fight. I think he'll just take his time. On the card, goes Felix.
Hey, let me add one more point to that. Because you asked about the press conference. I heard Hank Lundy say if he was an A-side fighter, he'd be undefeated. I think he is really mistaken who the fuck Terence Crawford is, because this boy didn't he come to Europe? He went to Europe and won his first fight. So ain't nobody handed him shit, Hank. Ain't nobody handed him. His first thing being handed is Hank Lundy. Like HBO putting him on a mismatch. This is his first handed fight. So now, now he's getting something handed to him. But overall, he worked for everything he got. Hank Lundy finna feel that. He finna, what Joshua say? Chat shit get banged. He finna get banged, bro.
Yeah, chat shit get banged. That's funny, man. That's funny. Yeah, Joshua did say that. We got some people in it. Dr. Little. We got Dr. Little boxing in the thing. You got Crawford Will. What's it? Non-fighter Bundy. Yeah. Lundy, specialist with that failure. Okay. Is that Natty that's jumped in?
Yes. What am I on myself?
Hey, Natty, what you saying, man? Good to have you over, Bob. Long time, man. How you doing? You alright?
Yeah, man. Everything, Chris King.
Cool. Hey, give us your prediction on Carl Frampton versus Scott Quigg, and then after that, Hank Lundy versus Terence Crawford.
Carl Frampton, Scott Quigg. Both guys can fight. Don't get it twisted. But I got something in the pit of my stomach against them over the Rigo situation. You know what I mean? But between the two of them, I believe that Carl Frampton might be the better boxer. But he did show some vulnerability in his last fight, even though he was able to adjust to the young contender there. You know what I mean? He did show some vulnerability. I'm not sure if he's having trouble making that weight. I'm not sure if he's weak at the weight. Scott Quigg is a big super bantamweight, you know what I mean? And he seems a little bit more hungrier than Frampton. You know what I'm saying? So when this fight first got mentioned, it was Frampton easy. You know what I'm saying? But I think I'm gonna go with Quigg for the upset, just to be a little different.
Wow. So give us his exact, what is it? By knockout, unanimous decision. What you calling?
I could see a late stoppage happening. I don't think he'll get sparked out early, but I think a Quigg will wear him down and take him out of there late.
Wow, that's the first one, because the older panel we got unanimous decision, knockouts. Fair enough. All right, Crawford, Lundy. How do you see it?
Man, you see, normally when you get under somebody's skin in at the press conference and you try to get in their head and make them upset, you know, it kind of works in the favor of the opponent. But based on what happened to Derry John, I don't think this is going to work for Mr. Lundy. You know what I mean? Mr. Lundy, he seems like he's in good shape. He's ready to go. But he's always kind of fell short in his big fights, especially at 140. I think 135 is where he belongs, and that's where he should stay, man. And we're talking about the top echelon fighters at the 140-pound division when we're dealing with Terence Crawford. You know what I mean? He done pissed Crawford off. I think Crawford is going to punish him, and I think he's going to get him out of there within 5 rounds.
Wow. What's your take of the antics between,
I think it's a mistake. He should have kept it calm. You know what I'm saying? He kept it calm. Now he kind of gave Crawford some motivation, because I'm not sure if Crawford was really up for this fight, but Hank Lundy's antics probably got him kind of excited for the fight now and got him motivated. So he probably did the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Probably was a mistake.
Hey, make a comparison. Go ahead.
Oh, I just see Crawford as the kind of guy that lives for that kind of stuff, you know, like he's got that fire in him, you know, so if you bring it out of him, that's on you, really.
Yep. I think that's the wrong dude to do that shit with.
Yeah, like comparison, like Tyson Fury doing this shit with Klitschko and having him shook up, because we know Klitschko has always even said shit like, my brother's better than me. Like, he's never been that confident in himself. He's tasted defeat by a knockout before. You don't get in no complete fighter face like that. I mean, it's a lot of confidence by. But like I said, people gonna go from laughing with him to laughing at him because they won't have no choice. Crawford gonna hurt this dude.
He comes southpaw, that's that ass. He come orthodox, that's that ass. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I mean, you can pump yourself up, fam, but when that bell go ding ding ding, it's gonna be a whole other story.
Yeah.
Yep, you can see that way. All right. So on the undercard, we have Felix Verdejo versus William Silva. Now, I don't really too know much about this William Silva. I just want Felix Verdejo, to be honest with you, now. Like, there's Linares, there's a whole heap of dudes in the division. There's Terry Flanagan, and you have Dollar Corda. Man, there's some guys out there he needs to be stepping up for. So this guy, Felix Verdejo, is facing. In fact, he's undefeated. Actually, he's undefeated. He's 28 years. William Silva. He's 23 wins with 14 knockouts. And I'm going down his resume. No notable names.
Has he fought outside of Brazil?
not that. Nah, he's Puerto Rico's probably. Actually, he's fought in America. He fought in California, 2 fights.
Okay.
But other than that, Puerto Rico. Other than that, he's in Brazil. And this is his step up from. This is for the WBO Latino lightweight championship. And
He's a puncher, right?
yeah.
Knockout.
Yeah. Well, 23 fights with 40 knockouts, right? We've got Felix Verdejo with 9 wins and 14 knockouts, and Felix Verdejo, his last fight in December. But other than that, again, he's been fighting out of Puerto Rico and America. So this is a step up for him. So Felix Verdejo is 22 years of age. You kind of think Felix Verdejo should win this fight. I don't know the guy. So this is one of them fights. This is a stay busy fight, but it's a good fight.
Like those unnamed opponents are very dangerous. You know what I mean? Because you can't. It's hard to scout them. You don't know what they really bring to the table. They got this undefeated record. It could be fool's gold, and sometimes, and then again, it could be the real deal. These guys could have power, like real power that you know you're not prepared for, and things of that nature. But I don't see Top Rank putting them in with anything tough. You know what I'm saying? Or not at the moment. You know what I mean? They want to get him this WBO strap so he could become ranked as a WBO top lightweight. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you know what I mean? That's where they're going for. And he's a Puerto Rican fighter, so you know he's gonna get kind of favoritism when it comes to the WBO. You know what I mean? A lot of Puerto Rican fighters get ranked in the WBO and actually get to the WBO strap as of late. You know what I'm saying? But Verdejo, he should have been really stepped up. He should be doing what Errol Spence is doing right now. He should be fighting that kind of opponent right now, like a Chris Algieri type, to see where he's really at. You know what I mean? All the seasoning is done to me as far as that goes. All the the lower level opponents he was fighting to get his experience and thing, that should be done. He should be testing that experience against a real tough, credible opponent at this point. Not necessarily a championship fight, but a contender or a fringe contender. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Former champion, something of that level.
Yeah, that's true. Anyone else want to say anything about that? About Felix Verdejo and the versus Silva? I guess.
I agree with Natty. I think Natty hit it on the head. And I agree that Verdejo should, after this fight, he should be fighting someone who, at the very least, has been an opponent in a championship level fight.
I agree, man. I agree. Terry Flanagan and them guys there, man. I like to see him against some of them dudes there, man. It should be really good. We got Dr. Doolittle boxing in the chat. Crawford is a good, but let's not pretend don't get hit. As soon as he fights the world-class puncher that's bigger than him, he's going to sleep. That's what he says in the chat. I don't know about that. I mean,
I don't know about that.
I want to see him versus Postal, because this is the rankings right now. They got Victor Postal #1, Terence Crawford #2, Ruslan Provodnikov #3, Lucas Matisse #4, Adrian Broner #5, which is weird though, because Adrian Broner is a world champion. Adrian Broner should be above Ruslan Provodnikov and Lucas Matisse, but it's the Ring magazine that buys. Jesse Vargas #6, Mauricio Herrera #7, Jose Bonavides #8, Antonio, and these guys, I already know these guys, so I'm not even mentioning.
Jesse Vargas doesn't even fight at junior welterweight anymore.
No, he's moved up. When's his fight?
Give him a break. He talking about the Ring magazine, man. We know what's on.
No,
I
man.
mean, he's fighting Saddam Ali for the WBO strap.
Right in the minute.
Yeah, that's right. They did strip Bradley of for that title. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was gonna happen. Saddam Ali said it. He said, like, if you don't fight me, the WBO is gonna strip you, and I'm gonna fight for the vacant title. He said it like before it even happened.
Shit, man.
It's about time.
Happen, but you can't turn down that Pacquiao money though. But Bradley, man, maybe he should tell Manny wait, we can fight fighting like September or something. But Manny got that political shit, so
yeah.
Ain't really on that. Ain't no duck.
I wouldn't say it's a duck. It's just that a Saddam Ali as an up and coming champion, you can't fault his frustration. When he gets his first title, he wants it to be against the champ. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, Manny if Manny win that belt, he definitely not fighting Saddam Ali.
Nah.
So he would.
For what? Nah, that's not happening.
So I don't blame him for taking that title because he'll be on the back burner again. Like,
yeah, I mean, he like when Keith Thurman and they upgraded him to the WBA super champion. You know, it was kind of bittersweet because he wanted to take it off of somebody. You know what I mean? These fighters still have pride, man.
True.
Hey man, you guys are suffering up good. Alright, on the card of Terence Crawford, Hank Lundy, we already mentioned Felix Verdejo. We've got Mike, yes indeed, Reed is back on. He's fighting Marco Antonio Lopez, I don't know him, and also Emmanuel Taylor's fighting Wilfred Akania, I don't know him. It's good to see Emmanuel Taylor back and
yeah, good to see Taylor back in the ring, man. I ain't seen him since the Broner fight.
Yeah, that's the last time I saw him.
I mean, he might have fought since, like off TV or something, but that's the last time I saw him, like live and direct.
Yeah, he's fighting on that card, so it'd be interesting to see with some big night of fighting. All right, so let's move on to the Showtime card, because that was HBO. So we've got Leo Santa Cruz versus Kiko Martinez. Now I'm gonna go straight in first before everyone else, man.
Go for it, man.
Martinez is shot to bits, bro. But I expect shot to bits, bro. He's been knocked out, bounced around like a basketball. I don't expect a competitive fight, but Leo will make an exciting fight. If Leo comes in to lean over him, he's gonna get hurt, bro. But if he just decides to box like he did against Amna Morris, he should be clean ceiling, and he should be able to take him out within 8 rounds. Yeah, so that's just my take straight away. And then what else want to jump in? Go ahead. Or do I start? Go ahead,
Kiko Martinez is a fucking recycled opponent. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When Scott, not Scott Quigg, when Frampton used him to get his first title when he could have fought Rigo, I was like, come the fuck on. You already beat this dude. You're only fighting this dude because you're comfortable with him and you know that you pretty much have his number. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. He went in there and got that title off of him, and Quigg even did him in worse. You know what I'm saying? So his best days are way past him. I'm not sure. After fighting a credible opponent like Abner Mares, why are you moving backwards? You know what I'm saying? Like, and Mares is a credible opponent, but you know, let's be real here. You know what I'm saying? He was coming off a knockout and 2 kind of get your feet wet fights that he didn't look all that good in. You know what I mean? But he was a credible name, so you know you get credit for the win. But, you know, at this point, you should be stepping the levels up, not going backwards.
Yeah, I go at Manny. Yeah, like he said about that Morris fight, I think it was the rivalry actually made that. Like, no matter how good or bad one of them dudes looked to fight before, like Frampton didn't look great early in that fight before, but he about to fight a rivalry. And when you see that, you're going to see the best of both dudes. So I think Morris and Leo brought out the best of each other, and we actually saw Leo start boxing. But on the other hand, about what's his name?
Kiko Martinez.
So, about Kiko. I think he blamed his knockout on losing too much weight because he's always been qualified as bigger than all them people. Even when he was fighting Frampton the first time, they was talking about, look how big he is. So to continue making 122, I think stepping up to 126, he might have a little more energy, might be able to get in Leo's chest. And we've seen Leo fight down this level of competition before. So if he come in here thinking, it's going to be an easy fight, you know, this big dude going to get in his chest and show him I can push you around, I can bully you around, and Leo might step it up late. Or he might just drown in there and have get a gift decision. So I'm kind of interested in that fight.
All right, cool, man. All right, so who you got? Well, I got Leo by probably stoppage, 8-round stoppage. Who you got? Now he's got knockout.
No, I don't have a knockout. I got Leo by decision.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see him knocking nobody out like that at featherweight.
Okay.
That's the safest pick. That's the safest pick, but. Something telling me he gonna overlook this, and he gonna need like a good decision, like a favor in this fight.
I mean, do we really think like Santa Cruz power is gonna carry over in the upper weight class?
No,
it was 22.
No.
at 122?
Nope. No, I do not. That's why I said decision.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, Carney, what's your pick, man?
I had Santa Cruz by decision myself. Like I said, it depends on which Santa Cruz shows up. If Santa Cruz play like if he's just content to play to the level of his competition, then he's gonna make the night tough on himself. If he does what he's supposed to do, then he would walk away easy. What I would say a good 9 rounds to 3.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Jeff Boxing, go ahead.
I think this is a fight that's kind of, in my opinion, lose-lose for Santa Cruz, because if he doesn't knock Kiko Martinez out, I'm not impressed, and if he does knock Martinez out, I'm still not that impressed. But I think I do see Santa Cruz getting a decision. I think it may be tough in some spots, but I think he's got the youth and experience and all the what have you to just keep it going till the end.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he has to get both of them other dudes have stopped him. Quigg stopped him. Frampton stopped him. So I feel like, if you want to make an impression, show that you're with them guys, I think you need to go and stop him. But if it goes to decision, then you're right. It's a lose-lose, man. All right, last fight.
What?
Go ahead.
Well, I just want to say something about that, what you just said. I don't think, personally, I don't think he has to stop him. He just has to dominate him, because he's just proven that he's not, his punching power is not carrying it up as he's going up in weight. You know what I'm saying? So I rarely expect a stoppage in any fight that he's in, unless he just breaks down the opponent and the opponent quits from body shots or something of that nature. You know what I mean? Because he is a volume puncher. He just has to dominate this dude and make him look like he don't belong in the ring with him.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, well.
No, and I agree with that. My thing is just like, he's fighting Kiko Martinez. He's just been knocked out 2 times in a row.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like you were saying, EJ, was it EJ or somebody else was saying that he was having problem making 22? So I don't know if that's a factor.
He was blaming him, and he was having the problems with 122.
Okay.
His punch resistance with Frampton, who got crazy power. He was taking them punches for 12 rounds. Ready to give it up, so I kind of believe him. So if he going here with Cruz and Cruz fighting off the back foot, that's what he want. He wants you to run from him, and then he can get to you and make you look like a runner and like he beat you up. But he coming off 3 wins though. Like he got back in the ring. He got him 3 good wins. Got his weight up. Who knows, man? We'll see.
Yeah, well, hey, man, we have to find out, man. So on that,
Be a fun fight. Gonna be a fun fight. You ain't got no choice but to be a good fight, because it just I got no choice. It's Morris Lee all over again to me.
Yeah. We got some fights on the undercard, but there's no even fight. That's gonna be on Showtime. But last big fight before we get into talk about the Wilder and Povetkin, because I know
which fight y'all rapping on?
We saying, Shady, how you doing, man? You right?
Yo, what's going on, brother?
Hey, man, give us your take on Santa Cruz and Martinez.
I think Santa Cruz, to be honest with you, I don't even know who the hell Martinez is. I think Santa Cruz gonna beat him though.
Yeah. All right. Quigg and Frampton, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Frampton. I'm gonna go with Frampton in that fight. I think Frampton's gonna get a unanimous decision. Cool,
man. See, Shady is coming nice and quick. And let's see, what's up? Oh yeah, Crawford and Lundy.
Oh man, Crawford gonna catch a damn case on that fight. That's easy work. That's easy work for Crawford, man.
Yeah.
Plus, you heard Lundy been talking about the old lady, man, talking about she need to lose weight. He been very disrespectful, so Crawford gonna punish him, man. Crawford gonna punish him. I got Crawford in the 6th round stoppage.
All right, cool. Next stage up, so we got Marco Huck versus Afolabi number 4. Does any of you guys know about it? And anyone give your take? This is a fight in Germany. Does anyone even care about it, or maybe it's just me, man? What's your guys' take?
I just want to see the Huck Blawowski rematch. That fight was so good for the first time I saw it. I want to see a rematch. That's all I care about.
Marco Huck run back to Germany. He trying to.
Yeah, I think this has to be a confidence fight. No way his promoter's throwing him in there with somebody that has a chance of winning. They have to build his confidence. They got too much invested in him now. You know what I mean? That was the first time bringing him to the States. and he got clapped. You know what I'm saying? It was a good fight, back and forth, but he got clapped. You know what I mean? And no, they definitely want to build off their investment, man. So I'm sure he's in the ring with somebody who he could look good against, build back his confidence, and maybe get a rematch with Christoph down the line.
Yo, but Afolabi's coming off that knockout of what's his name, the Russian guy they were bringing up who's knocking everybody out.
Yeah, that wasn't Afolabi. That was another Nigerian guy. That was yeah, I know you took the Russian Hummer. Yeah, but he knocked
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was another Nigerian dude.
Afolabi was on that card though, right?
Yeah.
Did he lose his fight? I think he lost his fight.
No, Afolabi knocked the dude out, man.
You knocked him down? Okay.
Yeah, that's the one he knocked.
Yeah.
That was on that Povetkin Watt card, right?
I mean, how easy for Huck though? Neither one have ever been an easy fight for him. So I don't know if this one gonna be so easy. Like this, their third match, right?
Fourth, man.
Fourth? I thought third.
I think is the third or fourth, man. I swear.
Are you right? Four. It's four.
It is four.
Four.
It's four. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, he pretty much a warrior, you know, to get knocked out like that. I give him a lot of props. You know, he
Nah, it's free. You're right. It was free.
It's four, bro. It's four.
Yeah, you know what? I just counted. I missed one.
Cause he won two and he draw in the other one. You remember?
Yeah, there's one. Yeah.
So it's a big accomplishment for him. You know, for him to show he got some balls like that to get in the ring with a person he done struggled with before. I give him a lot of credit. Knockout was legit. Like it was like career ending for some people. It make you think he older than he actually is. The man like 30 years old, and I'm sitting there when they first said Huck, I was thinking like, man, y'all talking about build him up, dude, like 39. But not he like 30, and you know, so he got to come back ahead of him.
But you know what? I'm looking
because he's been at championship level for so long.
Yeah. Afolabi's knockout percentage, surprisingly, he's got 22 wins with 11 knockouts. I was surprised he got 4 losses and 4 draws. I thought his knockout percentage would be high. He's 35 years of age. Last guy he beat was Rakim Chagaev, was a Russian dude. Yeah, he knocked that dude out clean, boy. He knocked that dude out nicely in Frampton. He knocked him out. He clean cut that dude, man. I think it was like the first round or something like that. He just cold cut that boy. But Marco Huck is coming off a knockout, so Marco Huck has never. Well, he's lost before, but he's never come off a loss, but he's been knocked out. So, actually, yeah. So he's coming off this loss. He's coming off a loss being stopped. So that might affect him. You know. Right, so we don't know. But Marco Huck in Germany, if he goes to points, Huck's winning this fight. I'm gonna go with the upset. Afolabi by knockout, man. Round 10.
I go with Huck.
If that happens, that's it. If that happens, you know that's it, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Ain't no coming back from that.
No. Huck already been like Cunningham knocked him out and he came out. I'm telling you, he tough, man. That's why you think he's so old, because he done been through the ringer more than most people have, and he come back from it. And you think boxers only have one comeback. Nah, this dude is defying what they say. So I'm gonna go with him by close contested decision, but he'll be back over here in the States again. We'll see it again.
Okay, all right. Anyone else want to say anything about that? No, I guess. All right, we're moving on. Also on that card, we've got Cecelia Braekhus defending the undisputed Welterweight Championship. Christine Newmark. I know you watch her. She's like the pound best woman fighter in the world. You think she'd get more attention than Ronda Rousey and Holly Holmes, but not happening. So I'm sure she'll win the fight. It's a 10-rounder as well. I'm sure she'll win that fight nice and comfortably. So let's talk about the latest.
Wait, it's a championship fight?
Yeah, she's the undisputed woman fight. Yeah, it's a championship fight. She's the undisputed woman champion. She's fighting the same card as Marco.
Is women's championships only 10 rounds?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
10 rounds and 2-minute rounds.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's right.
But yeah, I agree. Women's boxing is. I don't know. Women's boxing should be more popular than it is, because it's like it's hard for me to keep track of just what fights are going on.
Yeah. Well, it's the women's boxing from the 80s and the early 90s kind of left a bad taste in people's mouth because it was so rudimentary, man. It was it was bad. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a backyard scrap. But a lot of the over the last 10 or 15 years, a lot of the women have been getting better technique, and it looks more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. You know what I'm saying? So they have to kind of advertise it a lot more and kind of put it on the undercards or of bigger fights. You know what I'm saying, to get it more exposure.
Well,
I used to follow Layla Ali heavy, man. She was fine and knocking out.
Well, women's boxing is really big in Mexico. We've got Mariana Labambe Suarez. She's over there. We've got they got loads of women fights in Mexico and obviously in Denmark and in Holland. That's where Cecelia Braekhus really fights out there. But she's mainly over the Shaolins, and they kind of promote her over there. But let's move on. Let's talk about the biggest news in boxing. So the first biggest news we're going to talk about is Deontay Wilder. He's lost the purse bid to Povetkin, 7.1 million. So Povetkin's people win the purse bid. What's your guys' take? Is Wilder gonna take the fight? What people talking? Let's go straight with Jeff Boxing. You ain't talk for a while. Jeff, what's your take on that, man? Jeff Boxing. I guess he's on mute. All right, Andy Carney.
Yeah. I wasn't surprised that that Povetkin's team, what the World of Boxing, that's who his team is. I'm not surprised that they won the purse bid. I think that was what we was all expecting. Mm-hmm. In all fairness, I didn't expect the purse bid to be at 7 million. I expected it to be a little bit higher, but you know, it is what it is. I don't think that, you know, Wilder's going to vacate. I think Wilder has it set in his mind that he wants Fury, and he's willing to go through Povetkin to do it. And for him to get the respect that he wants, eventually he's going to have to be a world beater. You know what I mean? He's going to have to do what every great heavyweight champion has done and lead the states and set your mark. So what better person to do it against than Alexander Povetkin?
So you think he's gonna go over there and he's definitely gonna do it, yeah?
Yeah, I think he's gonna do it. It doesn't benefit him not to. It doesn't benefit him not to.
Absolutely, I feel the same. Go ahead, Natty. I'm sure you're dying to say something on this one. Go ahead,
Natty. Hey, listen, man. Just because Kid Chocolate gave up his title don't mean everybody in fucking Al Heyman's camp is gonna give up the title, man. Cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Cut the shit out. This dude, if he gives up his title, I'd be surprised. First of all, he's been waiting all this time to be called WBC World Heavyweight Champion. You know what I mean? The fight is out there with Tyson Fury. The fight is out there with Anthony Joshua or Charles Martin, whoever wins that fight. You know what I mean? Not to mention, he's getting a 70-30 split. You know what I mean? To go over there. He's getting the lion's share of the purse. He's gonna make big money. It's probably gonna be the biggest purse he's ever made his entire career. You know what I mean? Win, lose, or draw. You know what I mean? So I don't see why it would be in his interest to vacate and not go to Russia. You played your hand, you lost the purse bid, go defend your title. And he's always said, if you listen to him, listen to his interviews, I want to be a world champion. I want to be a world champion. I don't mind traveling. That's his mantra. That's what he's been saying all along. You know what I mean? So I would be shocked if he throws that WBC belt in the trash and doesn't go over there and fight Povetkin. There's nothing in Deontay Wilder's makeup that makes me think that he's afraid to fight that dude. Now, one thing I want to say, man, based on that funny business that happened on that last Povetkin card with the Nigerian dudes and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Look, man, just be careful with the bullshit. You know what I mean? Because you know their drug testing and their commission seems to have a kind of a corrupt reputation. But you know, you can't think about that. Take it out of the judges' hands. Take it out of take it out of their hands all the way, and you know, go over there and do what you got to do, man. But that kind of worries me a little bit, even though the false testing things got overturned. You know what I mean? But suppose this time they don't catch their hands in a cookie jar, what's going to happen? You know what I mean? But other than that, I don't see any reason why Deontay Wilder would refuse to go over to Russia and get paid and fight somebody that he's not afraid of.
Absolutely, man. Jeff Boxing.
I agree. I think Wilder's going to take the fight. From everything he's been doing, he's been active. He's been trying to get out in the public eye. So he wants to be heavyweight world champion. He wants to be the dude on top. And he's done nothing to tell us otherwise. So I don't see why he wouldn't go out to Russia.
I see it as well, man. Scorsese.
To add to Natty, talking about their Russian policies over there. Guillermo Jones went over there and beat the shit out of Lebedev, and next thing you know, they're gonna tell you he's a roider. So you know, and this guy had titties, you know.
Yeah, it was on a diet. He was trying to lose some weight.
So you know, I don't know what's going on there, and I mean, not even Google knows shit about Povetkin. Google don't even cover Povetkin. This is what it is, man. Like they you know, like they say I heard Beats and Rounds talk about the Russian the Russian version of USADA, and then I got some dude telling me that they're no longer even able to sanction fight. Well, not sanction fights, but do the testing for fights no more. They're not licensed no more. So you know, it's in flux over there. So you're like, that's really what we want to do heavyweight championship fights at. But I couldn't drop my belt, man. I could not turn down $4 million. But to Natty saying that he didn't think Wilder would give it up. But the only thing he ever done was in that post-fight interview, he said, I won't go to Russia. And I think those promoters with all that money, they set on that. Even if they got fair deals, they said, no, we're not taking it. All we got to do is outbid you, and you won't come here. We never had to fight you, and we take your title. Even if you think you can beat Wilder, you got to understand, he can knock your ass out, too. So somebody else is far less dangerous. So if you can take his title without ever getting in the ring with him, why wouldn't Povetkin do it? He the media darling. Don't nobody know shit about him. Don't nobody write nothing about him, right? So it's to me like, I think they offered these people fair deals, and they did this bidding. But regardless of that, I think it's foul because Povetkin was hurt with Huck, and what the referee do, breaking them up and shit. Then they go to the cards, and next thing you know, this dude getting these cards he ain't supposed to be getting. In a fight, it looked like he clearly lost. So
he lost to Huck.
Yeah, they trying to get back those hands, and I personally don't have time for that. I don't like that. See, Andre Ward would be a diva, right? If it was Andre Ward, he'd be a diva because he won't take fair deals. He won't leave his home turf. This dude ain't even a champion. He won't even take a deal. But I mean, that's just my take. I hope Wilder go over there and knock his teeth down his throat. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't really like that part of boxing that he trying to play.
He needs to do it. No, this is something that Wilder gotta do. No, I wouldn't. If I'm Wilder, I'm not trying to go 12 rounds.
Yeah.
For for the very reasons that we talking about, it's too wild over there, man. That whole situation over there is in flux, bruh. Like, I don't see how we can actually have, like legit boxing over there, especially for a coveted title like the heavyweight boxing championship. It doesn't make sense to me that everything will be in flux over there. So
and let me tell you what they say. Oh, Wilder should go there, because Klitschko went there. Man, that's like Wilder getting in his fucking plane from Alabama and going to Illinois, bruh. That's like, like Klitschko right in Ukraine or Germany. All that's right together. So he ain't going nowhere he don't know nothing about. He know these people. Wilder coming over here from a whole nother day away, and they just robbed the dude over there in Germany. We don't know if the fight going to be Germany or Russia. I'm not fond of it, but you go over there and you knock his damn teeth down his throat. That's what I'm praying to happen.
Hey, you go listen. Hey, Deontay Wilder's out hanging crowding the Jew. You know they're gonna get that drug stuff and all that stuff sorted out. So
what I think they should do is just get WADA to handle that, the parent company. You know what I'm saying? The top shot drug testers. You know what I'm saying?
Or losing, they got no more control though, right?
Pardon me?
Nah, they go.
Yeah,
they got control over that. They got control.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. I think that should be right. Hey, Shady, give us your take. Shady, give us your take, man.
Yeah, man. These Russians, man, I ain't know that they rose up like this. They got some deep pockets, man. First, I was thinking, who they bidding on? Chelsea Clinton? I mean, you bidding $7 million. They got some deep pockets. But I don't know if Wilder's gonna vacate. I don't know if he's gonna vacate or keep the belt. But all I can do is give my opinion, man. In the movie Juice, you had Tupac told Q. He said, you finally decided to stand up like a man and throw down. Well, Wilder gonna have to stand up like a man and throw down. He gotta go to Russia. And he gotta handle his business, man. That's gonna be a suspect move. If he drop that belt, that shit gonna look pussyfied. So he gotta go to Russia and handle his business. I don't think he can beat Joshua, but shit, I think he can beat Povetkin. Who the fuck is Povetkin to duck? I mean, he got this power, speed. He ain't nobody to duck. So he need to go over to Russia, handle his business. He can't worry about getting robbed. He gotta take care of business. That's all to it.
It ain't the fighter who's looked at like he should be done. It's just the situation.
That situation is too crazy over there, man.
I agree with everything you said.
He worked too hard to get that belt, though, man.
Would look like a total pussy move. He backed out. I ain't even gonna front. I'm a bomb squad all day. But man, you go knock this dude teeth out his mouth and you show the next person you don't even raise your fucking hand when we got a purse bid. You say yes to what I tell you. Or
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm talking about.
out too. That's what I need to see. Cause he gonna knock his teeth down his mouth. That's what I want to see right now.
Well,
I think Wilder gonna beat him.
Gave their take on that, man. I got Wilder. Wilder should be able to beat him. He better not let it go to the cards. If you let it go to the cards, man, I'll be stressed. Trust me. Don't let that shit go to the cards. I can tell you that right now, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Over in Russia, I don't like the odds if you let it go to the cards. But we're gonna talk about news, and that is gonna be the first one. So it's official: Lomachenko versus Nicholas Waters, April the 16th. I'm sure the venue and everything's gonna be sorted out. Now, give us your take on it. They haven't officially got it on BoxRec, but apparently this is on Lomachenko's Twitter, official Twitter, but the fight's actually gonna happen. Natty, what's your take, man? Natty. Oh,
He on mute.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Yeah, I hear Lomachenko talking shit now. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, oh, he's mine and all of that shit. But where was all of that after the Mariaga fight? You know what I'm saying? Where was all of that chutzpah, you know, that extra aggressiveness and willing to fight back then? You was acting like a pussy hole back then. You know what I'm saying? You had every excuse not to fight Nicholas Walters. I'm glad the fight is finally made. Well, I'm not holding my breath because right now they say they have a verbal agreement. I'm not gonna be excited about it until I see some press conferences because there was too much stuff being said by the Lomachenko camp. Too many excuses being made why they should not fight this guy. You know what I mean? Previously, but if it happens, you know who I'm going with. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko is a good fighter. He's a good boxer. But I'm not impressed about the opponents that he's shown his skill against. You know what I mean? Nicholas Walters has the size advantage, reach advantage, power advantage, and if he has the nuts to fight about 130, oh my God, it's gonna be ugly up in there, definitely. So if it happens, I'm excited, but I'm not holding my breath for the fight until I see a press conference or official announcement.
Cool, Connie.
Are they trying to make that fight at 126 or 130?
I haven't heard any either or. I'm assuming it's 126 because Nicholas keep on saying that he can make 126. I'm not sure about it. You know what I mean? I think 130 would be the best bet, but he keeps on saying I can make 126. I can make 126. So I wouldn't be surprised if they take him up on that offer.
Right. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure because, you know, I mean, Lomachenko has a small chance of winning if it's at 126, being that, you know, Walters, you know, making that weight. But Let's just keep it 100 here. The man, Lomachenko lost to Salido. I mean, that's just what it is. He lost to Salido.
Hold up.
Go ahead, respond.
You talking like Lomachenko? Did you see the Gary Russell fight?
I saw.
Who is Gary Russell? Who is Gary Russell though? You see, okay, hold on. Before we continue, I hear a lot of people like to pull Gary Russell out their ass. You know what I'm saying? But before Gary Russell fought Lomachenko, what were they saying about Gary Russell? Can anybody respond to that?
Yeah,
they said that he was overrated. That's what they were saying.
He was overrated. He wasn't fighting nobody. He was right. So why are we giving Lomachenko credit for beating somebody like Gary Russell was some kind of 3-time world champion, future Hall of Famer or some shit? Those were two up and coming prospects.
Did you not pick Gary Russell to beat Lomachenko in that fight?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Exactly my point.
So what? It don't matter. But just because I picked him, don't mean I'm giving him credit like he beat some kind of a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yo, to be fair though, Gary.
Go ahead.
To be fair, Gary Russell went back and then knocked out Gonzalez for that WBC belt. So Lomachenko does have a win of an active champion on his resume.
Yes, he does. But where's Gary Russell at now?
Yeah,
he hasn't fought since that fight.
He hasn't fought since that.
Suspect, which is suspect. I don't know why he hasn't fought since then.
He even did that. That's what he always does. He fights one.
I say it like this. Gary Russell learned from his loss, just like Lomachenko learned from his loss. They both like either one of them should go into a fight with Walters at this weight of 130 as the person that's on the end of the on the end of the odds. They should be looked at as the person looked at to lose, because Walters is a proven commodity, whereas they are prospects. They've lost fights. They resume is shake shifty in a way. Gary Russell just beat an old man. Lomachenko basically beat a prospect that was stepping up for the first time. So I mean, but give Lomachenko credit. He finally took the fight, and I say finally because he had his opportunities, and I won't let nobody come in and change that. The dude had his opportunities, finally taking the fight. And I don't think he should be the favorite. I think Walters should be the favorite in the fight.
Walters is definitely the favorite. I mean, favorite because we've seen, like I said, Salido. We've seen what happens when you apply pressure to Lomachenko. We've seen what happens when you can effectively cut off the ring against that man, and he can't go nowhere. He doesn't have the power Lomachenko does. I don't believe that he has the power to stop somebody like Nicholas Walters. He doesn't have that. He has the shorter reach, which means that Walters is going to keep him at the end of the jab, because Walters is an underrated boxer himself, and he got a better inside game, and he goes to the body like no other.
Well, that's the key. That's the key right there, because Walters can box as well. He's not just a brawler swinging wild punches.
Yeah.
Well, here's my take on it. Because, first off, I want to say I scored Lomachenko 7 rounds to 5 over Salido, personally. I didn't think it was a robbery. It was a close fight, but I did like the adjustments. Lomachenko, because I didn't even know who Lomachenko was in that fight, and I thought Salido was going to knock him out. Given Salido's reputation with southpaws, this guy's never been 12 rounds, all this and that. So I was impressed. I became a fan of Lomachenko after that fight, because I was impressed with the adjustments he made towards the late rounds, and I did think this guy's got upside. He could really improve himself. Taking a fighter of that caliber, Salido, because Salido is a legit world class. He's like an old school style journeyman. He's been in there with the top level, and he'll always be in the he was always in the mix with those guys. Even if he lost, it was competitive fights. He had wealth of experience. But that being said, with Lomachenko and Walters, the one thing with Lomachenko that I've noticed is he's really good at slipping under the jab. He's good at slipping under the jab, landing a couple combinations on the body head, and then stepping out. So the way I would see it playing out is I see it kind of being like Lomachenko could kind of be outscoring like a majority of the rounds for a period of the rounds, but all Walters has to do is time his shots and place his shots at the right time, be patient, and I think he will catch Lomachenko and stop him late.
There you go. Shady, what's your take? You got Lomachenko winning that fight, right?
I ain't say all that now. I ain't say all that. I think it's gonna be hold on. I think it's gonna be 50-50 now. It ain't gonna be no whitewater wash like Anthony said. I don't think it's gonna be no whitewater wash. I think it's a 50-50 fight, man. It's a 50-50 fight. Because don't get me wrong, Walters is a beast. That boy is a beast. I seen the way he beat the hell out of Donaire. He's a beast. But Lomachenko ain't no joke though, man. Y'all sleeping on Lomachenko, man. Y'all sleeping on him. The boy got some great boxing skills. Can't sleep on that boy.
That's the one. That's what everyone want to know. You rolling with him. That's what people want to know out here. This is your prediction. Like, I mean, I'll come out.
I can't get no pick, man. It's 50-50. I can't get no pick. 50-50 on that fight.
See, me personally, I love Lomachenko's style. I love his style. The man has superior footwork. His amateur pedigree is top notch. But the problem is though, when you got somebody like Nicholas Walters that loves to go to the body and break you down from the bottom to the top, you can't move from them body shots too tough. You can't do it.
On top of that, the person who gonna determine how the fight is fought could be Nicholas Walters because he's at the longer reach, he's taller, he's the bigger fighter, and he's not more skilled than Lomachenko, but he has his set that you can say, damn, he can box on top of knocking you out too. So he's the person that if I look at one of these fighters and say, and I think his name Jeff alluded to it, like his jab is the key. How Lomachenko get past that determines what's next. But you gotta see Nicholas Walters fighting the right fight. Because versus Sosa, I think, me personally, he never set himself apart during some of the rounds. It's hard for people who are not hardcore fans to see what he was doing and setting himself apart. And even some of the hardcore said, I didn't see him setting himself apart. I even said it. But he got to fight the right fight this time. You got to pump the jab, not being so much of a hurry, be patient. But when you got a guy that you know that he's the man that control how the fight is fought, more than likely he gonna win the fight. That's just how it is.
Yeah, that's the key, man. Which boxer is gonna impose their will? Will Nicholas Walters be able to impose his power, or will Lomachenko getting confused with the angles?
Well, Nicholas Walters is more than just power. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Lomachenko knows how to slip a jab, but he hasn't dealt with a jab like Nicholas Walters, especially on the dimensions. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying that Walters is a better boxer than Lomachenko?
No. Come on, man.
Oh, okay.
Nobody said that. Okay, first of all, I'm just saying that he is not just a puncher. He's not just a puncher. He does a lot of nuances in there that he can also box. Lomachenko has the better technique, yes. He's the more decorated amateur, yes. But Nicholas Walters is no slouch. He can counter punch. He can fight off the back foot. He has an array of punches, including that devastating uppercut that he catches you with coming in on the inside. He got inside fighting game. He has decent footwork. As a matter, and he goes to the body just like my favorite fighter, the body snatcher. So there's a lot of dimensions to his game other than punch and power. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he way more than that. Like he said, like he slipped that jab. When Jeff was saying that, I was thinking in my head, then he got to get past that uppercut.
Yes, sir. That
man.
Hey, Drake, Lomachenko took this fight because he saw in the last fight that maybe Waters looked vulnerable. To me, I didn't think Waters looked vulnerable.
Yeah, that's what I said on Beast Hangout. That's the reason why they think he looks vulnerable. But to me, that was an easy fight to score, and I feel like Nicholas Walters won that fight cleanly. but they seeing that the judges might not score in his favor either. You know what I'm saying? If the fight goes a distance, but you got to make it to the 12th round.
That's why he got to really go out there and set it apart. And his jab is the punch to do that. Some of that Sosa fight, he went out there and I felt like I wasn't seeing the jab enough. I was seeing too much shoulder to shoulder. I understand you want to break your opponent, but you got to set yourself apart and make sure no judge can leave it in his hands and do you the way
they wasn't giving him credit for the body work.
They robbed Walters.
They robbed him. They wasn't giving him credit for the body work.
Yeah,
he was on the inside beating that body up.
That happened. See, that happens because some people say, but he was taking 3 or 4 punches to the head, and they would go unanswered. And I was just like, I quit scoring the fight because I just couldn't find nobody setting themselves apart. But I know Nicholas Walters is the truth. I know he got a
nobody wasn't setting themselves apart.
Nah,
they weren't going unanswered though. Like you see, I think we gave Sosa too much credit for being game.
I mean,
just because he made a good account of himself, don't mean he won the fight. You know what I mean?
True. But when I went back and watched it. I'm just looking like I still can't score this round. Like I still couldn't do it. And then I had some dudes I believe in. I made them watch it. And Hakeem was watching it. He said, "Man, he right, man. Like he's seeing the club. Like he said, I gave it to Walter 7-5, 8-4, but I can see where another person come in and say, bro, I just can't score this fight. And sometimes when you're doing that, you say, man, I gave him the last close one. I'm gonna give him this close one, and it kept going like that. I put my pen down. But I think Walter's like we said about Santa Cruz. If you fight down the level of your competition, look, Walters tasted success. He tasted it, and nothing really changed for him. Like, the money didn't get greater, so maybe he just said, man, his bikes and shit ain't that important. But when you about to put him in there with a beast and something he won't, you might see the better, you might see a guy that say, nah, I'm doing it all this time. That's why I'm rocking with him in this. Even though I'm alone.
I got to watch that fight again. I got to watch it again. I don't know.
Don't let me influence you. Just see what you see. Because I wouldn't let nobody influence me. I just felt like
I saw what I saw, but everybody gonna say that I'm biased, but I just saw what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, I saw when I watched the fight, I just thought he was just winning the fight easily.
To me,
I thought the commentators were leading us down the wrong path, and they wasn't educating the fans in the right way. To me, and I just felt like saying the outcome was like it didn't deserve to be a draw. There's no way it deserved to be.
And there's no way Sosa won. That was the most devastating shit that no judge saw it in favor of Nicholas Walters. You know what I mean? I felt like every time Sosa had a moment, Nicholas Walters gave him payback. You know what I'm saying? Nicholas Walters responded in kind and made him pay.
I'm coming on to the conclusion that some of these promoters, they're throwing some fighters underneath the bus just to get rid of them. I was talking to another guy earlier on, and we were talking about Luke Campbell, and Andy Joshua is now the cash cow of the heavyweight division, and even blatantly boxing in general. And before that, Luke Campbell was the cash cow, and all of a sudden, Luke Campbell has been put to the back burner. They throw him in.
Yeah, because he took an L.
Yeah, but they throw him in deep. The dude who really truly was high European level, and Luke Campbell hasn't even won the British belt, and they threw him underneath the bus. And I feel with Waters, it's the same type of thing. It's like, oh man, we're just gonna put him with this dude and see what happens. Bob Aaron don't say nothing, and then some of the Waters people, they gotta look at him and think, boy, you know what? We need to be a promoter who's got our back, kind of got our back. Because Tim Bradley and Bob Aaron, whatever we say, Bob Aaron seemed like he backs Bradley to a certain extent, not over Pacquiao, but I just feel like you need to get with a promoter, at least a promoter believes in you, who's gonna complain and say, man, what's going on here? I never heard no complaints or anything. They just
nothing. Remember, there was a whole big hoopla when Timothy Bradley beat Manny Pacquiao that first time.
Yeah,
they had an investigation. Yeah. They had 3 new unbiased quote unquote judges to watch the fight in a dark room somewhere, and it was a whole big deal. No big deal here.
Actually, you know what? That's a good segue, to move on. Manny Pacquiao, gay comments. They're like animals. I actually think this is my take on that, he basically never said it in English. So it's been interpreted. I don't know if the interpretation was correct, all we know we have to go by what it is. But he said they're close to animals. He's apologized, and thingy took his Nike's, you know, they've come back on him, and right now is Pacquiao on the fire as people turned against him because he couldn't get the job on Floyd. I mean, what's going on? What's your guys' take?
That's exactly what's going on. You know what I mean? I mean, because you got to understand, he was still talking the same. He was still spitting the same jargon back in 2012. Nike didn't drop him then. You know what I'm saying? He was talking the same jargon then. You know, and I mean, let's dissect his comments. He didn't say he compared them to animals because he was like, yo, we human beings. We supposed to have better common sense than that. That's what he's saying. Animals.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
When you think on an animalistic level, I mean, we're talking about basic instinct, lower vibration right now. You know what I mean? Even animals know that same sexes don't necessarily go together. A man, you know what I'm saying? Two male lions is not going at each other the same way one would go with a female.
They say it happened, but I ain't never seen that shit before.
I ain't never see it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now when we're dealing with human beings,
I bet you Batiman said that happened.
Exactly. So now, you know, when we're dealing with human beings now, you know what I'm saying, we're talking about people who have not only a conscious but a subconscious, with a moral compass that tells us right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So now, if we choose to go against nature and go that route, you know what I mean? So that's what Manny Pacquiao was saying. So I understand that. But my whole thing is, like I said, Manny said the same. He had the same jargon back in 2012, and Nike let it go. So it was obvious what Manny Pacquiao is experiencing right here and right now is what happens to you when the public no longer needs you. When you can't. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Honestly, like because the outcry towards Manny Pacquiao really isn't boxing fans. It isn't really the boxing public. It is. Because, like, the homophobic shit, that shit, it's getting to a point where it's like people are putting a stamp on that. People who don't even, like, and it was the same thing that happened with Tyson Fury. People who never even knew who the guy was, they heard him say some shit, and then now they're jumping, let's sign a petition. That's the thing right now. It's like, you know, you know what I'm saying, though. That's what it is right now.
Yeah. I mean, the gay community is trying to get right. Is trying to take rights by force. You know what I mean?
Gay mafia. And Fat Joe talk about the gay mafia. It's real out here.
Real shit.
Real shit. And that's what I'm saying. Even for like just in my generation, my culture, it's like, man, you can't even flip if you're talking some homophobic shit. Like, girls don't want to hear that. So it is what it is, man. It's fucked up. Like, honestly, like sponsors have a right to drop them because the public, you know, their consumers are like, hey, fuck this guy, you know?
Hey, I tell you, like I was talking to EJ offline, man. I interview like people who got like issues and some homophobes. I interview like girl. You know what a jack girl is? Y'all ever heard of a jack girl?
Nah.
What's that?
Like a jack girl, you know, they set up a dope boy and then the robbers.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Prostitutes. I done interviewed a little bit of all that. And so the you know, I've interviewed some gay men. A gay man that says, you know, the gays that sit out here and change their voice, they make it harder for the other gay people. I interviewed a gay man that said no matter how much the world get behind him, he always know he wrong because he gay. So he's saying, so you know, like I don't have to use my own words on this. I see other people that saying, hey, I'm gay and I don't think I'm right. And I look at that and I be like, you know what? No offense to nobody, you do what you want to do, but I think I respect the man who said, oh shit, I ain't right, I'm finna change myself. I respect that part of it, like, but you do what you want to do, but man, when we start not being able to voice our opinion and say things, then what's gonna happen is somebody gonna have a great opinion one day, but it's gonna stay in this damn pocket. And it ain't even gonna be about homophobia, homosexuality, man. Like we have literally picked presidents over here based on can men be feminine and shit. Like that's what we picking presidents on, bruh. Come on,
exactly.
man.
Yeah.
Like, come on, we got bigger issues than that.
Like,
I don't know, man.
Live your lifestyle, but don't force me to accept it.
I don't know if I accept it or decline it. I know what I am. I fuck bitches. But if that's what you want to do, don't make the president. Don't make that the biggest issue in the presidential race when we got wars going on. People don't eat every day, and you make that the biggest issue. Come on, man.
But here's why it's the biggest issue. Here's the reason why this situation is the biggest issue, because of the simple fact we see it right now. They wield the most power in pop culture. That's why.
TV, music.
Exactly. They wield that type of power in pop culture. They are influencing pop culture right now as we speak.
True.
Yo, but my feeling on it is like eventually, like within the next generation or so, that shit's gonna die down a lot. Because if you think about it, like, are homosexual people producing children and then passing down their values to them? No.
No, but they're adopting them.
Exactly.
And having what you call it, surrogate mothers and shit.
Yeah, surrogate mothers and all that. Yeah.
And another thing they're doing in schools, like schools,
I read an
declining gender roles and shit like that. They like declining gender roles. They don't teach boys what boys should be doing, and that's like very lazy. You know what I mean? You don't want to raise men and women. I think that's lazy not to teach a boy how to be a boy and not to teach a girl how to be a girl. That's very lazy. That's lazy as shit.
And because what it is like that, and that's the whole like the gender neutral shit is ridiculous, because there's no way we're not gonna have gender dynamics between the sexes, because women carry the physical children. So it's our job to build, maintain, and protect that and facilitate that. And that's just what it is. That comes down to fundamental instinctual shit that we are bred with, and they're trying to put it in.
They trying to change the rules, man. Move the goalposts on that type of shit, man.
But here's no matter how much they try, they can't move that goalpost because the one thing that we gotta understand is this: the instinct to mate comes second in intensity to the want to survive.
Yes.
True indeed.
And in all fairness, it's interwoven with each other, because mating is a part of survival. That's how you survive as a species.
Yeah. And it's just the unrealistic thing about it is the unspoken thing, but it is still it's still our responsibility to be the builders as men of a collective. It is our responsibility to be the builders of our communities. At the end of the day, like, that's what it's going to come down to. So they'll never say that. They'll never mention that.
And a man can't build when he's been emasculated.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, I don't know what I stand. They can do what they want to do, but like, man, when you come to voicing your opinion, man, let a man like, man, you telling him he can't even speak his religion. Like, that's when it gets bad right there. But then you have, I seen a picture of homosexuals when they gay rights bill passed over here, whatever it was, they got something over here, and they had like Jesus on the cross kissing another man. So like,
Lord. Wow.
Oh yeah. That was blasphemous in law. Yeah.
Wow.
What's the problem is, I'm not a religious person. I'm not no atheist. I believe in God, but I ain't going to nobody's church. I ain't contributing to none of that.
What? You ain't paying your tithes, brother?
Hell no, bro.
You paying 10%?
Nope. Yeah, but like,
fire button.
So what you gonna tell me is a man can't preach his religion, but they can blast his religion, and there's no comeback from that, and nobody speaks out and say, hey, that's wrong right there. But you know, like, this ain't it. They trying to make it like not fair. It's trying to make it just one way. But I believe in people expressing opinions, but you can't let that. We can't let that go on when people can no longer talk. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't care who the corporation is. I don't care if it's not political. It's like business. Fuck that, man.
That's the problem. Everybody want to keep it PC. You know what I mean? Like you can tell. Let's just keep it 100. If you was born after 1986, you fucked.
That's fucked up.
Hey, shit, why you
say that? Why you say that?
Straight up. Because I'm gonna keep it real. Everybody that was born before 1986, we as men that was born before 1986. There was a higher propensity of us having hard men raising us, strong men raising us, men who got out here and worked for a living.
Yeah.
This ain't what you have now. When you look at kids that was born after 1986. We were born into patriarchies. These young boys are being raised in a matriarchal society, headed by women. They're being told what to do by women. Most of we have the advantage over these dudes right now because we was raised by our fathers. Look at these dudes. When you look at these dudes right now, they're illogical. They can't connect dots.
Can't change fucking oil? No, I know 100%.
They can't change a tire.
No, I know 100%. See, and I feel blessed that my father was in my life and taught me those values of what your fucking responsibility is, what it is you're here to do. And I plan on teaching them values to my son when I have one, and I know 100% what you're talking about. And it's a fucking problem. But honestly, it's just easy work for me out here.
So you feel like the dude told me like this. He says a war on men. This is how he explained it. He made me believe him when I was interviewing him. He said, man, a gay guy, if you working with if a woman's working alongside a man and she go to the supervisor and say, look, I think that man likes me. I don't want to be by him. The woman's going to get moved. It's not going to be no issue behind it. The man will probably be the one at fault.
Of course, yeah.
Then he flipped it up. But he said but if a man is working beside a gay man and that man goes to a supervisor and say, hey, you get where I'm coming from. And I never thought about that. I'm like, damn, bro, that you might be right. Like, you can't even say what you comfortable with no more because it's a force on you. It's a war on the man. So like he kind of convinced me right there, but you know, like, I gotta take everything they say with a grain of salt, because these people be crazy, man. They be on some other shit.
You know what? Let's talk about it. Yeah. So people think like the gay people have power, but really and truly, and people kind of intimidate them. But fuck it, bro. Like, let's real talk about it. Freedom of speech here is being fucking. You can't say what you really want to say these days without getting fucking without a lot of people agreeing with you. That was the whole thing. Dialogue.
Like I was watching some shit the other day, EJ, and it tripped me out because you know in America, I don't know if any of y'all peeped this. You can't say faggot on TV, but you can say nigga.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, that's crazy.
In America,
it's just like I said. That's what happens. That's what happens.
The term faggot gets bleeped out, but you can say nigga all day.
In America, you can't say midget. In America, you can't say what's the other word out? Retarded. In a few years, you're gonna have to say depression.
Is that on TV too? Is that on TV too? Or just in public? It's frowned upon.
I haven't heard retarded on sitcoms in a while.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
okay.
you got a point there. Yeah.
But then when you say depression, you know, a depressed person, like you're gonna have to. I mean, what the fuck is the point of changing one title when you're gonna have to make up another one for it? That's fucking stupid.
You have to say little people, and before
they made up another one for it.
I think midget is more offensive. Everybody don't want you saying.
No, but listen, there's some words they used to use or fucked up. Like give another. Like we used to call mixed race people half caste. Now a half caste means an animal mixed with another animal. That's what a half caste really is. So then they start mixed. Then you know when you call another thing in Jamaica. A lot of Jamaican people call kids pickney. Now, pickney is basically a Negro kid. You know what I'm saying?
Pickaninny. Americans say pickaninny.
Yeah, that shit's fucked up. So what I'm trying to say
that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is fucked up. Like, if you look at the English dictionary, and they know some of these words are demeaning and to fuck you up. So what I'm trying to say, some of the things they have added. So I'd rather them fucking wipe the whole shit out and think. But the whole thing is with Manny Pacquiao saying how he really believes. A lot of people, fuck it, they're gonna say, yeah, Manny's fucking saying the truth. You know what I'm saying? What Manny's saying is the truth. You know, some people, there are animals and shit, like, but a lot of people ain't having that shit, man. You know what I mean? Like when Manny said, I said, oh, shit. They gonna come
I'm
already.
gonna say this. If you want to be a homosexual, you feel free with what you do. If you force that on me or my child, if I have a son and I'm not gonna raise my kids to not know what a man or a woman does. I'm not saying my girl can't play basketball, but I'm gonna teach them a girl is this, a boy is blue. I'm gonna teach them.
Yep.
So until the day you impose your, on my family, you do what you want to do. You do you.
Yeah.
I ain't coming from this ordeal. Ain't nothing happening to me. But I'm just saying, like, I do get information on it, but my take is me and mine, shawty. That's it. We're not going to no schools that's gonna teach you, hey, it's okay to be a girl if you're 6, but you're a boy. We're not doing that.
Yeah, man. That's disturbing, man. That's disturbing.
It is. It is. And honestly, how I genuinely feel about it, I just feel that shit is gonna burn to the ground in the next generation. I feel the kids that are growing up on that, they're gonna become adults and they're gonna realize how shit is, what they need to do, what's required of them, and I think they're gonna fucking drop that with their kids. Because I think what we're gonna see in the kids being born like past 10 years, going to school in this, where it's all like, homosexuality, all this, ideas are being promoted. I think you're gonna see a lot of kids that like think they're gay when they're like teenage. They don't even know who they are yet. They ain't even developed, and decide, hey, I'm gay, and then they realize like, no, I'm not. And I think that's just gonna die out in like a generation or two.
See, it took so long to get to this point.
Wait, yeah, exactly.
It's going to take just as long to get away from that, because you're talking about a whole generation of people right now that actually has to get wiped out. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna be able to make it. Yeah, everybody ain't gonna be able to make it.
Yeah.
How I'm gonna teach me and mine, man. I ain't saying I agree with Pacquiao. He can say what he want to say. Man, you could say I'm a bigger minority than anybody I know on this fucking earth. Well, anybody in the United States of America. I wear a mask every day of my life. It ain't got shit to do with homosexuality. When I walk in buildings, people look at me. The first thing they look at, because I got a mask on every day of my life. So I'm a bigger minority than a black man. I am a black man, by the way. I'm a bigger minority than blacks, gays, lesbian, white, pink, purple, all them motherfuckers. I'm a bigger minority. And I'm telling you, ain't too much offensive you gonna say to me. So that offended shit, like, come on, man. Stop. Like, you just live your life. Let people live theirs too, and everything work out.
Yeah. I just don't like it. That's just like what old boy said on the Pound for Pound report when we was talking about it. I'm like, dude, ain't no such thing as gay as the new black.
Hell no.
You ain't gonna sit up here.
I listened to that shit, man. I was like, what the fuck?
Bullshit.
I had to check son on that, because I'm like, dude, no, bro. I can't. When I come out the womb, cause people see me and they know who I am. That man can hide his pathology. He can hide who he is. I can't hide my skin color.
Who said that though?
I think it was the host of the Pound for Pound report.
Yeah, he's something wrong with dude, man.
No, he didn't. Not Mike.
No, I mean, because what he was doing was, he didn't come outright and say that, but what he was alluding to was, okay, this dude right here, he was black, but he was also gay. He also helped with the facilitation of civil rights. I'm like, okay, and you know what I'm saying?
Baldwin. You talking about Baldwin?
Yeah,
James
Baldwin. Yeah, you know he bought a Baldwin. You know that. You know he bought a Baldwin. I mean, that's the crutch right there. That's the crutch.
You ain't got no choice what race you born. I don't know how they can compare being gay to a race. That's crazy.
I can be in the closet. If you can be in the closet if you gay, but you can't be closet.
Yeah, hell no. I could put 2 tons of Eddie Murphy white makeup on. It ain't gonna make me white.
I don't know about that one. I mean, but nobody never said gay people weren't productive. Gay people gave me some good ass interviews, and I'm gonna air the shit out of them, and I'm gonna entertain the shit out of people.
What, but why, you know, black and gay, no, man. That's no, man. Like,
No, I mean,
Oh, my God.
I mean, the pound for pound joint was on you. It's on YouTube, man. Y'all listen to it.
I was listening. Everyone else was thinking, if you don't listen to anything.
Yeah, but I had to check. I had to check that one because whenever somebody say that joint make my blood pressure go through the roof right there.
Hell yeah, I hate the comparison, man. It bothers me every time. I've heard it so many times, but every time it's like new.
Yeah, it was a Republican on Fox News who said that immigrants and gays have hijacked the civil rights movement. She came right out and admitted it on Fox News. Said that gays and immigrants have officially jacked the civil rights movement. It's not even a civil right. You know what I'm saying? They're fighting for the same things that we bled and died for. Like, really?
Yeah, it's bullshit. Like, and that's the shit that gets me mad is when you got white gay people and white women trying to equalize themselves to African Americans when they're still connected in this white infrastructure.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we said, like it's not like white women aren't on fucking TV or gay white people aren't on Ellen DeGeneres. You know what I'm saying?
I can't watch a show without that shit being in it. I'm like, that's why I hardly watch TV, man. Like, they have to throw that shit in. Like, I gotta brace myself when I'm watching movies. Is there gonna be a scene in there that's just gonna jump out of nowhere on my ass? The fuck out of here.
But gay people don't like people share. Gay people, I got proof. The gay people don't even like sharing their struggle though. I got a gay man telling me, oh, just because I'm gay don't mean I shouldn't get a job. But he told me, oh, if a man got tattoos, he shouldn't get a job. Like, how are you not gonna share everybody else's struggle, but you want everybody to be on your side? Like, that's your choice to be gay. That's his choice to get a tattoo. Like, this gonna stick with him forever. You know what I mean? Like. Forever, ever. That ever. So how you not? That's what I don't be like, bro. Like if y'all gonna be something, y'all gonna unite. Y'all get behind everybody because y'all need them too. I ain't against nor with you. I don't, you know, I stick to myself. You do what you do, and I'm probably not even gonna vote this year. Then vote the other year before the 4 years. I ain't doing that shit. I don't really be on that. But for them though, you know, for them it's just like, man, if you gonna support. If you want support for your minority cast event that you got going on, don't tell a person with tattoos, oh, you shouldn't get a job. What the fuck, dude?
You know, after all this being said, I don't think Pacquiao is suffering, man. He got 3 other deals pending, don't he? Or some shit like that.
Yeah, I heard somebody else trying to pick him up. I think it's Under Armour, something like that.
Under Armour, Adidas, all of them shits is courting him and shit. So he's like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
I mean, it wasn't like Nike was paying Pacquiao a whole gob of money anyway.
Yeah, I'll never see Pacquiao kicks in the store ever.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I don't see no Air Pac-Mans.
Air Pac-Man Pacquiao's.
To be fair on that whole sponsorship thing, like that is a part of freedom of speech, is for consumers to voice their opinion to a product holder, and then the product holder is going to take those opinions and then judge that in with their next move. So that is also a part of freedom of speech, is people bitching about what you say. So it's a two-sided coin, but I feel like, to me, the thing that really pissed me off was that shit that happened with Fury, because they opened a case on him. They were trying to charge him with shit over that, and that's when I was like, yo, that's where you draw the line. Like, no.
Yeah, man, the laws must be really strict over there in the UK, man.
Crazy. And there was a guy I was talking to this guy who was defending it up and down, just like, yeah, charge him. And I'm like, yo, that is nutso.
Man. Cause that's like those laws like in Germany, it's so strict you can't be like anti-Semitic or some shit like that.
Yeah.
If they catch you being anti-Semitic, they throw you under the jail and shit.
Yeah. Which with Germany, man, I can't even knock that because this shit is still hot over that. You know?
Yeah, I hear you, but it's just like that shit shouldn't be the same though. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. And that is one thing I see a lot of people, my generation, college kids in America, like trying to down talk freedom of speech, and that's like, yo, that's one, like freedom of speech and the Second Amendment. That's like, yo, that's one of the 2 things we got. Like,
yeah, for sure. Say what you want and carry as much heat as you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very tough, man. Yeah, now that gay people and that, no, that don't go together, man. That don't go together. When I was growing up, that they was just do their thing.
Hey, y'all see Orlando Cruz and Pacquiao that message though? I don't care if that dude. That message had me cracking number. Pacquiao, I am not indeed.
Nah, man, I ain't even listen to that shit.
I'm not saying because he gay it was funny. It was just he was trying to speak English and they had written it out for him. And they had basically like just planned it for and Pacquiao, we can fight and we can spar and we can go eat. And I was just like, bro, this is the funniest shit I ever heard, bro. I went,
He asking Pacquiao on a date? What?
Yeah.
Like, Manny, get to know me and I promise you, and then we get far. And like he like Puerto Rican, he don't speak good English, and man, they really had this dude trying to reach him.
Oh my God!
I'm talking about he was like, I invitate you. He didn't say I invite you. He said I invitate you to.
Wow.
I was crying laughing, bro.
Oh man.
Oh, that's a funny shit, man. Y'all gotta check.
Oh man. But yo, fam, I gotta be out, man. Good building with y'all brothers, man.
All right,
Laddie. Yeah, no
All
doubt.
right. Bless.
That was the funniest shit I seen all month for boxing, man. Orlando Cruz took the cake, man. They try to what they say, they try to like get a come up off Pacquiao. Pacquiao ain't fighting you, Orlando. Sit your ass down.
Hey, wait, Naruto. Hey, Naruto, I sent you the link. I don't know why you're not in it at the minute. So I don't know, man. We're about to wrap up, man. Like, anything else you guys want to bring up or anything?
I think that's it.
I think that's it, man. I think the predictions, we're going to find out these predictions. I'm going to do a post straight after the Quigg and Frampton. So that'll be like probably around this time tomorrow. And then we'll get ready for all the other fights, Hank Lundy and the others. And I think you guys will probably jump on Beats' show on Sunday. But it's been a good show, man. I'm glad you guys came round because at short notice everyone jumped in. But I swear there's some more things happening in boxing. CRUZMARTINEZ fighting Joshua. What else is happening? I think that's it, man. There's nothing much. Any you guys got any news? Mayweather and Triple G. I don't know what's going on there either, man.
I ain't even comment on that because that ain't happening, man. Like, I mean, Triple G is big in name only. That's it. He's just big in name only. That I don't even think Triple G can present the type of money that will bring Floyd back out, even to fight at 154.
Yeah,
I think I want to comment because you got Thunderbomb Boxing Talk over there telling people that if you fight Triple G, you get $100 million payday. Triple G ain't sold nobody's pay-per-view. Ain't nobody knowing him. It's just simple as that. They trying to talk the fight up. Next year, 2 years from now, possibly you get that $100 million. But what I don't get is you got a 40-year-old. Let's just take anybody. Roman Gonzalez. He's at 112. If I say Roman needs to move up to 118 right now, 2 divisions up. No, he don't need to move up. But the 40-year-old who has proved everything to you, if I say Triple G need to move up to 175 right now, 2 divisions up, and he don't rehydrate big, Triple G don't, just like Floyd don't, you gonna come at me with nonsense. Like, he don't gotta go there, you just want him to lose. But this dude ain't never proved.
Floyd said he was easy work, though.
He feel that way. Why can't he feel that way? He look at him and say, I don't see nothing special. That don't mean that he ain't 160 pounds and I'm not 160 pounds.
He ain't lying.
You know, he said he just said he don't see nothing special. I just see a power puncher who cuts the ring well and takes his time. When you put somebody in there to cut the ring well with Floyd and take their time and they the same size, that dude getting beat. You gotta be made down on Floyd Mayweather. You gotta jump on him and bark on him and do everything you can do to get the W. So did he say? I think he didn't never say I'm going to 168. I didn't hear him say I'm gonna make 168. If I want, I'll make 168 today and beat Triple G. He just said I seen nothing special.
Yeah, I do think Golovkin will be a tough fight for Floyd though, because it's not just that ring off. I think he has that the way his jab is. He's consistent with the jab, and you see in fights with like Cotto, Oscar De La Hoya. Floyd will have to do a little work. He'd have to work around it. But I think at 154 Floyd would beat him. And I think right now Floyd's just fanning the flames, like you were saying, where maybe potentially if he gets big enough, a year or two down the road, the big comeback fight for Floyd, major, But I don't think.
If the dude, look, also with Triple G, you rode around here like a big shot. Oh, I could make 154, 160. I can make 154 easy. But your punk ass campaigned that 160 your whole career when you could have went to 154 and fought everybody there and probably got a Floyd fight. But you gonna tell me I can make 154, but you campaigned in the worst fucking division. And now you want to be Mr. Big Shit. Don't nobody call him out on that. I don't care how much you like Triple G. You got to sometime look and say, bruh, you sitting there at 160, but you can do everything else you have said that you can do, and you have never done it. You won't go to 155 for Canelo, but 154 for Floyd is supposed to not give Floyd no excuses when you lose that fight at 154. Come on, man. Fight in your division or go to a division and shut the hell up. That's all I got to say to him.
I agree.
And to his fans, because his fans fake as fuck, man. They contradict themselves every time they speak. Thunder Bomb Boxing got y'all going crazy, man.
I don't even subscribe to Thunder, though, but I don't know. I like Golovkin. Like, I'm a fan of his.
True. I like to see him fight. I like his style. But when he contradicts himself and he never got nothing on his resume, he just begged for fights instead of doing everything he said he can do. Okay.
But to be fair with Golovkin, because you were saying
Paul Williams begged, but at the end of the day, Paul Williams said, I can make 54 too. He got tired of begging and just went on about his business, and that's what people respect him for. So if I wouldn't have had respect for Paul Williams for just begging and never getting no convincing win, and plus Paul Williams lost his title, so why I'm gonna look at Golovkin and say, oh, I respect that you beat Martin Merritt? No, I don't. I'm sorry, but I just don't like,
Hey, but I will say this, man, because you're saying 160 was. Golovkin hit the scene. His first fight on HBO was scheduled to be Dimitri Piro. And then Piro got an injury, and then that Proxy guy they fought, he came in after. And his team was trying to work deals out with Felix Sturm, Darren Barker, Sergio Martinez. So when he came onto the scene, 160 wasn't that weak. There was good matchups.
Okay, you could say Darren Barker, Felix Sturm, but they all been beat by the top guy. Nobody looked at them as potential even pound for pound top 20. Yes, he tried to fight champions. That's still what he's trying to do. But my thing is, you can make 154 and you don't campaign that. It's just like when they look at Floyd and say, "Oh, Floyd was the champion at 154. Why didn't he campaign? Why didn't he really fight in that division? He can't make this. He can't make the weight, so he didn't. Just like Triple G, he can't make 154, so he need to quit fucking lying."
Narta's finally got in. What you saying, Narta?
Oh, fake ass. Man, they can't fake as fuck. They can't fake, man. That's why I'm sick of them right now. It's just sickening. They sit them here and spew them lies all the time. And see, when Floyd say somebody's name, when Ward said Triple G name, they said she like, he just trying to catch a headline off Triple G. But when GGG lying ass say he can go to 154 but won't go to 155, he ain't trying to catch no headlines. He's serious. He wants it. Man, that motherfucker want headline just like you said, Ward, your fake ass lying ass channels, man.
Liars, man. Hey, no, let me hear what Nauta say. Nauta, you want to say anything? You've been dying to get on there for the longest. Go ahead, Nauta.
Yeah, man. I was having all sorts of issues trying to get on this shit, man. Oh man, you guys were talking about a lot of stuff. I don't even know where to start.
Hey, no, give me your take. I'll tell you what. Let's switch it around. Now, let me ask you a question. Now, I got Chocolito like everyone else. Should Chocolito be pound for pound number one? I'd like to hear your take because I know you follow the little guys. Give us your take on that.
I think so. I did a video on it, on the justification for it.
Give us your justification, and let's see.
Basically, he's beaten several guys that either were champions at the time, were champions formerly, or became champions after he beat them. It's almost like Salvador Sanchez. He beat Azuma Nelson before Nelson became a world champion. He beat him on the come up. to me, if you beat a guy and then he goes on to become a champion himself, especially if it's a unified champion, which 2 of the guys that Chocolatito beat became unified champions, then, I mean, that says a lot about your quality, especially if you dominate them and or knock them out, which is pretty much what he did to Francisco Rodriguez Jr. and Katsunari Takayama, and actually Akira Higashi. There's 3 of them. Oh, shit, no, 4. Juan Francisco Estrada, too. All of those guys became unified champions after Gonzalez, or actually after or before Gonzalez beat them. Higashi, it was before he beat him.
Did they beat quality champions, or did they beat belt holders?
No, several of them did. It really depends on the individual fighter.
I'm be honest. I need you guys to justify Chocolito to me, because we don't get small fights. So like, not small, but like the small fighters, we don't get them. I don't get the Mexican channels, but I am seeing an argument for him being there by a lot of people, and I'm respecting it. Yeah. But I just want to know, like,
to be honest, I mean, I'm not trying to like pat my own back, but I'd say that I probably have the better argument of anybody, because I mean, I've been following dude since he won his first title at 105 against Yutaka Nida. When I saw him beat that dude, knock him out like clean in 4 rounds and just dominate him, like, to me, I was watching Ricardo Lopez like reincarnated. Like, to me, like, he was the goods back then.
Let me ask you this. The guys that he beat, and the guys that they beat to get the pros.
Yeah.
Let's say that David Lemieux, if you rank champions on, I'm gonna make a comparison. David Lemieux, if you rank champions on a A to C level basis, David Lemieux is to me a B- fighter.
I wouldn't even put him there. I'd put him in a C.
That's Roger said. He more of a C fighter than me.
Because you don't get outboxed by outseen. And you just don't do that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And knocked out by Rubio.
So my question to you is, the guys that he beat and the guys that they beat to unify their championships, would they be a better quality champion than David Lemieux based on who they beat?
I'd say probably 3/4 of them would be, yeah.
Well, that's good enough for me to say, he's higher than Golovkin and Kovalev pound for pound, and then
what about Ward's resume? Ward's resume's fighters are better than all the Chocolitos guys. Which one of them stack up to Ward's resume?
I wouldn't say all of them. I'd say Valoria was really a better win than Frach.
What? No.
Hold on. Say, repeat that again.
No, come on, man. No talk.
Yeah.
No, man, you got justify that. Come on, man.
Valoria can knock a dude out with 1 shot. Frach was never able to do that. Frach, it took him a while to break down Taylor.
Valoria never had the resume that Frach had, even coming into that Super 6, bro.
Yeah, no, hey, Ulysses Solis, Hernan Tyson Marquez.
They're not as good as some of John Jones, Jean Pascal, undefeated Jean Pascal, Miguel Kessler.
I mean, I'd say they're on the level.
No, man, no.
I'd say they're on the level.
No.
Well, you know what? You shouldn't have to make the argument, because HBO should, they should. Yeah. I don't think they are, because they in the business of having.
Well, I'm gonna be real critical of HBO. HBO is fucking up by not building his top rivals. The 2 top rivals for him is Naoya Inoue and Juan Estrada.
Right. Exactly.
That first Estrada fight. All you got to do is go to the first Estrada fight that's on YouTube, and you'll see half the comments. A lot of people thought Estrada won that shit.
Yeah, they did.
So what they need to do.
What about Annette Roman? Annette Roman will beat Zhao Ximing. He beat Kazuka Ioka. I think they're actually in his weight class. I thought.
That'd be a good fight. The only thing with Runwrong is he's a fouler, man. I mean, here's the thing.
Come back, Shady.
Roman's next opponent, McWilliams Arroyo, to me, I thought he beat Runwrong, and I thought he got robbed against him. He lost a split decision in Thailand, in Runwrong's hometown. Yeah. And really, Runwrong should have been deducted at least like 2-3 points for body slamming him, hitting him in the elbows. He was doing all kinds of like dirty shit. If you watch that fight, like it was pretty ugly. And Runwrong is a good fighter. I'm not trying to downplay him in terms of that, but I wouldn't put him head and shoulders above Arroyo. So if Gonzalez goes in there and whacks out Arroyo like it ain't nothing, to me that puts him head and shoulders above Runwrong as well.
The fight he's got against Matt Williams of Royal, yeah, I like that.
And see, the thing is, Arroyo's a dangerous son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know he's dangerous, yeah, but
he's a bigger puncher than Valoria was, and
yeah,
that's saying something.
Yeah, he is. That's more like it because he's fighting more lively opponents. But I'll be honest with you, yeah, he's still. I don't think he should be number 1.
And here's the thing, like me putting him number 1 isn't meant to be a diss on anybody else. With regard to Andre Ward, I think extremely highly of his talent, and I was like having him a little bit above Floyd, like back when he was doing his thing, like the whole Super 6 and all that shit. I was thinking like, well, he might have an argument to be even above Floyd, but the problem with him is, I mean, it's through not necessarily his own fault, but just the whole contract and shit. Time passes you by, and when time passes you by, sometimes other guys rack up more wins, they rack up bigger wins, and to me that's a big part of the reason why that shit went down. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like I mean, with Floyd, for instance, Floyd primarily became the pound for pound number 1 when Hopkins lost to Taylor. Before that, Hopkins was the pound for pound number 1. Period. Nobody was rating Floyd ahead of him. It wasn't until Hopkins lost those 2 times to Taylor. I mean, as disputed as it was, there were still losses. Floyd advanced.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember. You're right about that.
I mean, and really, it goes to Hopkins too. Hopkins was the beneficiary of that when Jones got knocked out by Tarver, because Jones was pound for pound number 1. Period. Like if you rated anybody above Jones, that was sacrilege. But then Tarver knocked him out, and I mean, what the fuck are you gonna rank a guy number 1 pound for pound that just got starched? I mean, so Hopkins, obviously usurped that because he had been dominating. He hadn't been, iced cold in 2 rounds the way Jones wound up. So, I mean, more often than not, it's when a guy loses that the next guy advances to number 1. It's nothing else.
Now, so let me ask you real quick then, because everyone's going around the panel. So let me ask you, Red. Scott Quigg, Carl Frampton. Who you got winning that fight, bro?
I like Frampton's technique more. I think his technique is cleaner, and I mean, I just favor that. More often than not, I'm gonna favor the guy that I think is the better technical boxer, and I think that's Frampton. I just think the thing here though is like he gets emotional and shit, and if he gets too emotional, I think Quigg can get him. Because if he starts just like slugging with Quigg and gets wide with him, I think he could be in deep trouble. Because I think Quigg is just a physically like more powerful guy. Mm-hmm. But I mean, if he sticks to what he knows, if he sticks to what he did against Avalos, I think he knocks Quigg out.
Nah, they gonna mix it up at some point. And Frampton gonna get the better of, because he gonna beat Quigg up early. Quigg think he gonna come in 5 or 6 rounds and start up late. But Frampton he gonna have the cleaner, straighter shots, and I think
that's the big thing. Quigg is too wide. Quigg is too damn wide.
Hey, Shady, man, Shady, before Shady, you here?
Yeah, my computer was acting up. It dropped me off.
You make sure you get your boy Thunderbun to bring his ass one of these hangouts, because he avoids everybody. He don't want to debate nobody. He want to spew.
Man, Thunder don't do no ducking.
I get okay, so who hangouts he been on? Because all he do is sit on his channel and lie to people who view his channel. And then
somebody called him out for a $10,000 debate, and he answered the challenge. And the guy didn't.
Why gotta be? Why you gotta put money on a YouTube debate?
No,
$10,000 debate.
Somebody asked him to put up 10,000. He called. He answered the challenge, and they denied it. So he don't.
What does he think he is?
He don't need no money here. Nobody had to pay to get on here. All he gotta do is come over here and voice those lying ass opinions he bring to the table. I mean, how do y'all go on that channel?
What opinion do you think he's lying on?
How do y'all go on that channel and hear contradiction after contradiction and say
on what opinion? What topic?
I'm just saying he's just a contradiction every time he speaks on everything he says.
I mean, he makes hour-long videos. I mean, you're probably gonna contradict yourself.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's part of it. When I'm sitting there saying, bro, you're gonna sit up there 2 hours, and then you think you're gonna be efficient for 2 hours talking boxing.
You gotta tell me what he's contradicting himself.
Let's look at it. Let's look. Okay. Triple G shouldn't go up in weight, correct? He shouldn't go up in weight, but a welterweight at 40 years old who's proved everything should go up in weight, cause fighting Oscar De La Hoya meant nothing. Fighting Oscar De La Hoya.
If you got a fighter that's saying he's TBE, and the guy's easy work, why shouldn't he go up and weight? No fighter out here is saying that they're TBE besides Floyd. He's the only one saying it.
No fighter should have the right to even start saying it except for Floyd. Did you not understand that point? Like, he's the only person that Pacquiao may be a close second. But then Pacquiao couldn't dare say it to Floyd's face because he just beat you. So I'm talking about this man that's so proven. Like, he's not just, oh, I'm yawning and I'm TBE. No, he's proven. So it's a 4 or 5 time lineal champion. 4, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. 130,
That dude, like Floyd's resume is filled with the who's who of spanning two generations, bro. That man's resume is damn near impeccable, bro.
Yeah, but when you say you TBE, you saying you better than Sugar Ray Robinson, Ali. You putting yourself in the class with those guys.
All right, let's break that down. Let's break that down.
You put yourself up.
Okay, let's break that down. Where did Sugar Ray Robinson stop at? What was the weight he stopped at?
Light heavy.
What weight he stopped? I know he went to light. Didn't he go all the way to light heavyweight?
Yeah, welter to light heavy.
He was doing 175, right? Yeah.
He didn't actually fight.
Light heavyweight.
He didn't actually fight that way. He stopped at 168. He got the light heavyweight belt.
Ray Robinson stopped at what was the weight?
Well, I mean, he fought at the weight, but even though he didn't win, I mean, he still fought there.
Didn't he go all the way to light heavyweight?
Yeah, welter to light heavy.
Yeah, but when you look at Ray Robinson's prime, cause you're talking welterweight and middleweight. That's Ray Robinson's prime.
That's right.
But my point is, if we saying he stopped at 68, I thought it was 75 myself. Can we get that confirmed? It was 78,
yes,
right?
75.
Yeah, it was 75. They didn't have catchweight divisions back then.
It wasn't he wasn't fighting nobody who was a 68 pounder or nothing. He was somebody go find the weights on that, see what it really was.
It was Joey Maxim, man. Joey Maxim weighed in at 173, and he was the light heavyweight champion.
Yeah, rode for Joe Maxim.
Okay, I thought it was 175. Like I knew it was 175. Okay, so what we seeing is a guy who moved how many divisions? Welterweight,
middleweight,
3 middleweight, you super middleweight, and you see 175. That's 5 divisions, right? That's
nowadays, yep.
That's the same amount. No, I'm counting divisions today too. I'm giving them 154, 147, 160, 168. Excuse me, 147, 154, 160, 168, 175. That's 5 divisions. Floyd Mayweather has done 5 divisions. So now we're telling him exceed what they done and not, plus you already got they didn't have even at some of their prime divisions.
Once a week, man. How you can't compare their records to Floyd? They fight once a week, once a month.
Yeah, but even though Ray Robinson and them fought once a week, you got to understand the level of competition that they was fighting once a week.
Exactly, bro.
How many fights did he have before he fought Lamada, bro? How many cab drivers did Ray Robinson fight before he fought Lamada?
You don't even have to go back that far.
3 of those fights. Jake LaMotta done came out and said he done threw like 3 of those fights. And for the mob. So
you think Floyd would have fought Jake LaMotta 5 times?
But I'm just saying, like,
you don't even have to go back that far, man. Just compare him to shit. Pernell Whitaker.
No, compare him to Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones went to heavyweight. He went
from 160, 168, 175, cruiser, heavy. That's 5.
That's 5. That's what these greats do. But let me tell you what Roy Jones did, just like Floyd did. He picked the opponent he wanted to fight. When they told him to fight a slick southpaw and Chris Bird, what'd he say? This dude bigger than me, just as fast as me. I ain't got no business in there, and I'm older. Because you don't go up and wait and give every advantage to your opponent. That's like saying, beat me. You good. That's when. How could you even dare begin to give Triple G credit for beating a welterweight?
Honestly, I think Jones would have fucked Chris Bird.
This guy, he's saying he's the best ever. Floyd is saying he's the best ever.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you right now.
You the best welterweight ever. You can't go up to middleweight and beat a middleweight? You the best
I'm going to ask you right now. Shady, just let me ask you. Would you give Triple G credit for beating any 40-year-old welterweight?
If he said
no, let me finish the question. 40-year-old welterweight. A 40-year-old welterweight that was once 130 pounder. would you give Triple G credit for beating that person?
If the welterweight says he's the best fighter to ever live, you got to give him credit for beating that welterweight.
Shady, buddy.
I don't think Floyd can barely make 154, let alone 160.
He's saying that he's the best fighter to ever live.
Let me school you though.
How about Chocolatito goes up and fights Tyson Fury, and then when Fury knocks him out, then he's pound number one.
Henry Armstrong held titles in 3 different weight classes at the same time.
Shady, let me school you, Shady.
Yeah, go ahead and school.
Juan Manuel Marquez, pound for pound number 1, should have been when Floyd fought him, because he should have been Marquez. He should have beat Manny. Floyd fought the man. He came up 2 divisions. You know how much credit they give Floyd for that? For the guy that Manny could never beat. But Manny came up and dominated welterweights. You know how much credit?
They nitpick the shit
out of
that.
Let him finish so I can counter. Go ahead. I'm gonna counter that. Go ahead.
You can't counter that.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
So Floyd can't get credit for beating a junior welterweight that came up and I want you to understand, Marquez rehydrates to 147 at 135. Ricky Hatton is walking around at 160, 70 pounds when he's fighting at 140. So telling him, oh, you don't have to go all the way to 140, you can come to 147, actually do the man a favor.
Yeah, for Hatton, definitely. Because Hatton was over 200.
Marquez, he not only brought Marquez up 2 weights, Floyd missed the weight. He missed the weight himself.
Floyd didn't bring Marquez.
Now, let me counter that to tell you. Now, the only advantage that gave him is this: he didn't drain himself down to make 3 pounds. Because when we know he rehydrates, he's not rehydrating to 168 and saying, "Oops, I missed weight. Now I'm going to 170." He's going, I miss weight, oops, I'm going to 147, 148, 149. You still fighting the welterweight like you planned on doing.
Well, but, I mean,
you're missing the point. If this welterweight says, man, I'm the best fighter ever, how is that too much to ask the best fighter of all times to fight a middleweight?
That's
like if Scorsese said, I'm the best cook of all time. How is it too much to ask you to cook?
See, I'm with you there.
Macaroni and cheese.
At 40 years old, you call it a career. You don't have to continue to prove at 40. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Okay, if he was 30 and he'd been fighting division, I'm saying, man, he can put on weight. He got 2 or 3 years to do it. If I say he got 2 or 3 years to do it, now the man 42.
What if he did it though? Like
if he did it, I think Triple G would beat him at 160. Look,
that's your thing. You just said Triple G would beat him at 160.
No, but let me give you my reason. Let me give you my reason for that, though. Do I think Triple G is pound for pound better than Floyd Mayweather? Fuck no. No. That's the better question. But a good big fighter beats a great small fighter. That's my logic. It's just like saying styles make fights. If we're going to stick to one lingo, we got to stick to all of them. To me, that's how I do it. But that don't mean Triple G is if he beat Floyd, oh, he's TBE. No, he beat a fucking welterweight he had an advantage on, and all he should have to do was hit him and hurt him. Because his body mass bigger, but he can't beat Andre Ward. He can't beat that same style and somebody bigger than him. If you make them the same size, 5'8" each, 155 pounds each, Floyd going to school the shit out of Triple G. There you have it.
I agree with you. I would pick Andre Ward to beat Triple G. I'll pick Ward.
Now let me ask you like I just made it. You make both of these men 147 pounds, 5'8". Naturally, both of them, you make them the same size. You keep their attributes. Who win the fight?
You saying if Triple G was a welterweight?
Yeah, if he was a welterweight, they was the same size. They looked exactly alike, but they just had the same skill set they got now. Who win the fight?
That's hard to say. I've never seen him fight at welterweight.
No. You ain't getting what I'm saying.
So, like, if you give Triple G skills to Maidana or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Now, if you take Triple G power weight and put him at welterweight power, I'll have to go with Floyd.
No, that ain't what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying to you. If you it's hard to ask what I'm saying. Look, just tell me, if there was a version of Floyd Mayweather that was a natural middleweight, holding every belt at middleweight except the one for Triple G got, I bet you Triple G wouldn't be talking about I want all the belt shit, because he know he gonna take L's. I'm telling you, that's what I'm trying to say to you. He has a built-in advantage here. He believes in himself enough with that built-in advantage being bigger. He knows he can be 175 pounds in the ring because he's been it before. Just because he rehydrated 163 before don't mean he can't jump up to 175 because he done it before. He was 173 pounds at 30-day weigh-ins. This dude ain't this little middleweight. So basically, you telling Floyd to fight at a 20 to 30 pound disadvantage, depending on what Triple G want to do. That ain't right to say I'm TBE. That don't make sense to me, bruh. He not a heavyweight. God didn't bless him with that size.
Everyone quiet on that one, isn't it?
30 pounds. 30-pound weight advantage.
Where's Shady at? Where's Shady at? He TBE?
He on mute for something.
Yeah, because you just letting you talk. But hey, I'm with Shady. He said he's TBE. TBE, go and fight him. Fuck it, bro.
Well, when he's coming with that type of logic, then yeah, sure, that makes sense. But at the same time, like, you would give Floyd the credit if he won, but if Triple G won, I mean, you can't give him full credit for that in terms of, you know, beating up a small guy.
Wasting our time. That's I don't want Triple G.
I mean, you could give him credit in relation to, say, Canelo, who couldn't do shit with Floyd, even though he was way bigger. But like in terms of like.
Scorsese, Oscar De La Hoya did it. He started at the same weight as Floyd, and he went up and fought Bernard Hopkins.
Oscar De La Hoya
was a bigger man.
He was a bigger man
than Floyd.
No, he started the same weight. He started the same weight as Floyd.
In the ring, Oscar was a welterweight at 130, though, bro. That's what the problem is. These people. That's why I say the 90%ers, 99%ers, the people that do this weight stuff right, I give them passes. Now, if Floyd was rehydrating to 165, man, I wouldn't be sitting up here telling him not to fight Triple G. You damn right. Just like Chocolito is fighting at 112, but in the ring at 126. But you tell me he can't fight Guillermo Rigondeaux. You serious?
Yeah, we go back to Floyd saying he's the best fighter ever. When you look at the guys in the past, you had fighters that fought guys 20 and 30 pounds heavier than them.
Who?
You had them guys like Sugar Ray Robinson, Sam Langford. Robinson fought LaMotta. LaMotta was way bigger than Robinson.
Henry Armstrong fought a person 13 pounds heavier than same day weigh-in. Go look it up. 13 pounds.
Sugar Ray Robinson fought LaMotta. LaMotta was, they say LaMotta was like 20 pounds heavier than Sugar Ray.
Huh?
Well, officially, I think he was like 13 at the highest.
And those are same day weigh-in.
13 pounds heavier than the man.
And that's what Marcos Maidana was to Floyd Mayweather at welterweight. That's what you don't get.
No, but you saying this, man, it's a problem for the best fighter ever to fight a guy that's going to be 20 pounds heavier than the fight night.
Joey Maxim was 25 and a half pounds heavier than Sugar Ray Robinson.
25 pounds heavier than
Hold on. What was the fight weight? Tell me the fight.
Maxim was 173, and what's his face? Or actually, no, it wasn't. It wasn't 25. It was almost. It was 19 and a half. My bad. That's my bad.
Hold on. What was the weight?
173 for Joey Maxim. Sugar Ray was 157 and a half.
You're a boxing lesson today.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one for him. That's a damn good one. That's a good one. That's one person.
Well, the only thing that was Ray Robinson lost that.
Exactly. One person. And tell me, is Joy? Hold on, no. Let's ask.
He was winning the fight before he got stopped, though.
Let's ask this. Now, what do you rate Joey Maxim? What do you really rate him if he's losing to a guy that is 20 pounds smaller than him? What do you really rate him?
Well, you can rate him highly because I mean, most of the other light heavyweights that he beat were legitimate Hall of Famer type dudes. You know, he even fought Ezra Charles.
Now, in this day, are we rating Hall of Fame based on they were some of the first boxers or they were the best boxers? They were just.
He beat Floyd Patterson. He fought Ezra Charles and he fought Archie Moore. He fought the best fighters of his day, bro.
I remember Henry Armstrong. I think his biggest deficit was like 13 pounds. And and what y'all don't get is what I'm saying is they told us Oscar De La Hoya was 20 pounds bigger than Floyd Mayweather. That's what they told us. That's the words on the street. So these deficits that you bringing up, he's already fought at.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So now we saying, do it again at 40, sir. Do it again at 40. You better do it again at 40, or you're not TBE. That's what this Thunderbomb is preaching to these people. Because the problem, see, the thing is, you say Oscar De La Hoya. Oh, Oscar De La Hoya was washed up. No, Oscar De La Hoya tried to go to 160 and fight bigger men like y'all telling Floyd to do. And he found out.
He failed.
Yeah, exactly. Because good big fighters will beat great little fighters, excuse me. Just like Bernard Hopkins, when he finally fought a leg heavyweight that had a pulse, not a Tarver, until he grew in the division. Instead of bringing Winky right up, he got in there with Dawson. What'd he find out? You're going to lose, bro. You're going to get schooled.
But Bernard Hopkins, what, he was 75 years old, and he beat Kelly Pavlik. He
was bigger than Kelly Pavlik. He brought Kelly Pavlik up in weight.
Yeah. When Bernard Hopkins was undisputed, because all his big fights they came up. They had to literally wait almost 5 years before Jermaine Taylor came up to fight that man.
Look, Hopkins went 54 to 75. Once again, 4 weight divisions. I'm telling you, it always stop around 4 or 5. I think Oscar got a little lucky. Oscar got 6, right?
Yeah, from 130, 130 to middleweight, yeah.
It was a catchweight at 160. You got Pacquiao that done something amazing, and
y'all scared for guys to move up. Amir Khan gonna show y'all how it's done, man. We gonna leave.
Amir show you how to get knocked out.
We gonna show you how it's done.
Amir Khan ain't done nothing. Floyd ain't done. And once again, Amir Khan. 140 pounds, but what was he weighing in the ring? Ask yourself that. What was he weighing in the ring? Ask yourself that.
Well, hey, Khan was 161 versus Collazo.
There you go.
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
You can't. We going to middleweight though.
I keep having track of those weights.
Want to do. And we gonna win that middleweight title.
You know what? It means something. Like these guys really want to just look and say, "Oh, everybody fights at 147." No, that's bogus. That's bogus, bruh. Yeah. Floyd Mayweather, as much as people call him a liar, nobody want to check what he said. He said Las Vegas weighed me the night of the Pacquiao fight, and I was 152 pounds. Everybody want to speculate instead of going to Las Vegas and getting that weight. It ain't that hard. He said 152 pounds, and he gave a source, so that's why I want to believe him. So if this dude 152 pounds at welterweight, yeah, he got some business going up and fight a damn middleweight that can rehydrate, clean the 173, 175 if he want to. But y'all try to make it seem like, oh, Triple G, he's just a little middleweight. Man, this dude got pictures out here on boats with the titties and stomachs, bro. Y'all ain't seen them? Y'all ain't seen these pics?
I ain't never said he wasn't a big dude. What I'm saying, if a guy is the best fighter of all time.
You asked me what Thunderbomb be lying about. That's what he be lying about. So you telling the dude 152 to pack on weight, lose speed, pack on weight.
For a middleweight, he's not a big middleweight.
Right. If the man coming in at 173 pounds, he ain't a big middleweight, but he ain't about to be back.
Look at his back and his frame. I'm talking about as far as his frame and his back. And his frame, he's not a big middleweight.
I don't know about that. He got 173 pounds on him. I know that much. He hydrated 13 pounds.
Tommy Hearns was a welterweight, but he wasn't a big welterweight.
Look, I'm not finna tell Amir Khan, oh, you're a small welterweight, but you rehydrated 13 pounds. I'm not about to do that for nobody because my eyes say, oh, his back is a little small. You 13 pounds bigger than what you weighed in at. Simple as that. Sean Porter be rehydrating to 160. That's 13 pounds. And what they say, he a big welterweight, don't they?
They say the same thing about Kell Brooks, so yeah.
Yeah, 13 pounds. That's what a boy was. His biggest rehydration is 173, and rehydration is not a it's not a set thing. It's an art. It's about who you fighting, the advantage you want. If you fighting a big dude, you probably want the speed advantage. You probably going, yeah, I could do 168. You want to be bigger, stronger. You gonna put on more weight. Just look at Maidana and Floyd Mayweather 1-2. He was big the first fight, and he was trying to bully. Second fight, they said, we're going to drop weight, and we're going to try to be a little faster and place our shots better.
Honestly, though, I thought he was a bit drained for the second fight. He got too fat between.
True.
Let me ask you this, though. When you're the greatest of what you do, the greatest boxer, ain't you supposed to fight fights that people say you're going to get killed in?
Pacquiao.
Being great?
That's the problem. See, but that's the problem, though. Floyd been doing that.
Pacquiao.
Who he said was going? He didn't fight Pacquiao in 2008 when we said he was going to kill him.
People said that Diego was going to kill him.
Shady.
Okay,
like,
maybe
like
Diego Corrales.
Like Ego Boxing. Just I think his name Boxing Ego. I watched one of his videos for the first time in months. But like he said, that poll before the Pacquiao fight, Mayweather fight, it said who gonna win? 70% picked Manny Pacquiao, and Floyd schooled him. Y'all said he was scared, and he.
Man, we all know the Pacquiao that fought in 2015 wasn't the same Pacquiao in 2008. Pacquiao was the number one pound fighter in the world.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen when he schooled Tim Bradley? Even though he got an eye injury right now, he gonna get in there and beat Tim Bradley again.
Tim Bradley,
I don't think so.
Bradley keep breaking his knees. He ain't on Floyd Mayweather level. You can't compare Tim Bradley.
So a pound for pound. So you just admitted that a pound for pound welterweight is not on Floyd Mayweather level, but that's a problem for Floyd Mayweather though, right? You just admitted it.
You comparing Bradley to what Mayweather fought on Pacquiao. You comparing the two. But I'm telling you, is Bradley's not on Floyd Mayweather's level.
I know that, but he on the pound for pound list, and he been on that for like 5 years.
He on his pound for pound list. He ain't on my pound for pound list.
He should be.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, Timothy Bradley got a thorough resume, dude. Yeah, he deserves to be pound for pound.
My top 5. I got Andre Ward at 5. No, I got Triple G at 5. I got Andre Ward 4. I got Terence Crawford 3. I got Chocolito 2. I got Kovalev 1.
How is Crawford 3? Who's
how's Crawford number 3 though?
Why says your Cody with number 1, man? Come on, man.
Crawford is a beast, man. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I like Crawford, but his resume doesn't tell me he's top 3 pound for pound.
Well, here's the thing. Crawford he passes the hell of the eye test, but who's he been passing the eye test against? That's the only thing.
It's not his fault that ain't nobody at 140 and 135.
It ain't nobody there. What you mean ain't nobody there? He did clean 135 out in his own little way. He cleaned it out. Like
man, he was. Gamboa wasn't even in his weight class.
But he beat Burns.
135 wasn't exactly messy. It wasn't exactly something to be clean.
That's why I said in his own little way. He took the belt from Burns. Burns, they said, oh, Burns shouldn't even be the champ. Was he lineal? 135? Hold on. Was he lineal?
He wasn't.
Nah, he wasn't.
Okay, you can't say cleaned it out, but he did. He did what Floyd done. They said, "Oh, why you fighting Burns when Beltran beat him?" He like they said, "Why you fighting Judah when Baldo beat him?" He beat.
Well, I mean, no, but they were actually lineal though. I mean, like Burns wasn't lineal.
Nah.
No, man, like he could have fought. I mean, a couple other guys. He could have fought Miguel Vasquez. He didn't fight him. He didn't fight what's his face that beat him. Mickey Bay.
Someone in the chat goes, "What do you think about Floyd ducking Khan for 2 years? Like that's a shady shit right there. You know, sorry to interrupt you, Noah. They Floyd.
Wait a minute. What did Khan do to be ducked? He lose the
That's the same question I ask everybody. Luis Collazo, Diaz, and Algieri does not get you a Floyd Mayweather fight at 147.
Neither does losing by knockout to Danny Garcia.
See, a lot of people don't get that Floyd got privileges that he didn't ask for. He worked for. And you want your favorite fighter. You don't understand that your favorite fighter, if he puts in that same amount of work, right there's Triple G, whoever you like, they gonna get those same kind of privileges where the WBC said, oh, you want to be his mandatory, but you know he gotta sell pay-per-views, and you know you ain't done nothing for it. They gonna look at you the same way. Floyd ain't told these people to do nothing. They just respect what he done in the sport. So what you got to do is get on that same level. And to say that he has not fought fights where people thought he was going to lose, Canelo. They say you scared of Canelo.
He didn't. Floyd really didn't miss out on that many opponents. I mean, like it really, if you really look at it, I mean, it's mainly at 130 and 135 where there was a few guys that.
I mean, what outside of Casamayor and Popo?
Yeah.
That's it.
Pretty much.
and Popo got demolished by the person he demolished.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, I mean, not to say you won his belt by default, but
Hey, do Noda got a channel?
Yeah, man.
Well,
I've been making videos for like 2 months.
For this debate. You said Floyd didn't duck him. Let's set up a date. You pick a date, and we
I
gonna
want to see that. We could do. Yeah, we could do it on my channel.
Wait, debate what? I don't even think I really disagree.
You just said Floyd didn't duck Khan, right?
But you
How
want
did he duck Khan?
you
I
want
said,
to
okay, so what I'm saying to you, let's set up a date. Let's set up a date and pick a date to debate that topic.
When was Khan a mandatory?
You keep on making this debate with people. It's not even possible to follow Amir Khan because he ain't done nothing. So people don't want to really take it because you.
I debate both of y'all at the same time. Y'all set up a date.
You have done let me tell you. You have dug the depths of the ocean on Floyd Mayweather.
Okay,
Right?
let's say Floyd ducked Khan. What the fuck does that mean? Who the fuck is Khan beating?
Yeah, but you saying he haven't ducked him. All I'm just telling you that he did duck him.
Khan isn't anybody to be ducked.
That's exactly.
That's like saying that Golovkin ducked fucking, I don't know, like saying that he's ducking Demetrius Andre.
Let's set up a date. Pick a date and a time, and let's debate. Did he duck him?
Matter of fact, who are Golovkin's mandatories? Let's ask ourselves. What belts he got? He got the WBA,
WBO.
Okay.
IBF.
Danny Jacobs is his mandatory. So I'll say, so that's if Danny Jacobs start wanting that fight, Danny Jacobs has earned it because he knocked out a former champion.
Well, and isn't the WBA consolidating their belts? They said they were.
Yeah,
They tried to. They tried to.
They haven't got around to it at 160 for whatever reason. They haven't pushed it.
They haven't pushed it on any of the weights, to be honest. But
Yeah, they have. 130. 130. You got Fortuna and Uchiyama about to get it in.
oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
At one
What are you game? You game?
Huh?
Who?
Are you game?
Nah, man, I don't give a shit about man. I don't.
Nah, man.
I'll let you have it.
Shady, you got one job. Shady, you got one job. Shady, you got one job, and you know what it is. Deliver the thunder bomb. Deliver them. That's all. You ain't got to debate nobody.
I tell him. I'm gonna let him know you looking for him. You say he want to
deliver the thunder bomb. Tell him I ain't got no channel, but I know boxing like the back of my hand. And you deliver the thunder bomb and tell him to quit lying to the people. Quit lying to those people over there. To those
He gonna school you now. I'm telling you, man. Boy, I know it's boxing.
What he gonna talk about something in the past when we talking about real boxing? We talking about what's going on today? That ain't schooling somebody telling me you know lineal champions. That ain't schooling. You gotta come by some points.
I don't know. He know it's boxing now, man.
He's a contradiction and a half. Always, bro. Always. You can't go around schooling nobody when you're a contradiction on everything you do. Let's see where he at. Let's see if Triple G make it to 40. Let's see if he tell Triple G to move up. What would his fifth class be? Heavyweight? Would his fifth class be heavyweight or cruiserweight?
It'd be heavy.
Triple G is not out here saying that he's TBE. All Triple G is saying he want to unify all the time.
Matter of fact, let's see if he tell Triple G to even move up to 7. Let's say 75 at 40 years old. Let's see.
Yeah, but again, Triple G is not out here saying that he's better than Muhammad Ali. He's better than Sugar Ray Robinson. He's just saying he want to unify all the belts. That's all Triple G.
No piece of the right to. He ain't beat one Hall of Fame his whole life. Floyd Mayweather done beat more champions than they ever beat. So what? What? He don't have no right to think he's that great, but his resume say, "Damn boy, you pretty damn good."
Yeah, you looking at damn near 8 Hall of Famers on his resume, bro. Between current and future Hall of Famers, bro, on his resume.
More than that, though. More than that.
I mean, all on that, because what Hernandez and Corrales is already in the Hall of Fame. We still talk. We still waiting on Mosley. We still waiting on De La Hoya. We know Pacquiao's going. We know Canelo eventually gonna get there. Marquez, Cotto.
Zab should get in there with being a damn near undisputed champion.
No, he was undisputed. He was the last undisputed welterweight champion.
Yeah, when he knocked out Spinks.
Yeah, we beat Corey Spinks. Yeah.
So you looking at a dude who's fought in unified, trying to unify championships. man, this dude Canelo, you know, like come on, man. This
Yeah.
dude, come on, bro. Like you gotta get this man props when other greats are telling you, yeah, he do rank up there high. Other boxing personnel walk around telling you, Floyd can say what he want to say. He proved it.
That's true.
I can't say that he proved that he's in the class with Sugar Ray and Muhammad Ali and those guys.
Why
can't
not
say-
though? Why
Why?
not?
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Please tell. Yeah. Why not?
These guys beat Muhammad Ali beat George Foreman when Foreman said he was gonna kill. They was gonna kill Ali, man. Who did Floyd beat on that type of level as a George Foreman?
So okay, it could have been looked at and say he fought a green fighter that was a big power puncher with no foot movement. That's what they would say about Floyd if he fought an opponent like George Foreman. I'm sorry.
Wasn't Pacquiao supposed to kill him?
Everybody they done made
2000. He didn't fight Pacquiao when Pacquiao was the best fighter in the world.
Okay, Shady, can you
1
make
million people still thought he would.
Shady, let me ask you, did you ever hear the story of Bob Arum getting on a plane and sending his contract with Floyd Mayweather's signature to Manny Pacquiao? Do you think Bob Arum hopped a jet to the fucking Philippines with a contract that he didn't think was not legit? You ain't never heard that. So say he didn't fight him. To say he didn't fight him is to say, oh, Floyd been running from the fight. He signed a contract and said we can get it on.
Exactly.
Was he not running from the fight?
And Bob Arum was prepared to take all that money. I remember that.
So Shady, like it's not like Thunderdome hadn't told you certain things, and he just said, oh, he didn't fight him. All you can do is offer the man. He can't kidnap him, bring him to Las Vegas, and then beat him in front of y'all eyes. He can't do that. All you can do is offer him. And Pacquiao said, I ain't doing no fucking drug test, and we know what that basically means.
Yeah. You gotta look at it like this. Pacquiao was the only boxer to blatantly turn down random drug testing and get a pass for it.
But that doesn't count. He was afraid of needles.
Thought it was crooks. Didn't we come to find out later they crooks? Because Floyd got a TUE 3 weeks after the fight. So that drug testing wasn't fair to begin with.
Dude, no, I mean, let's kill that right now. Look, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather were both tested 18 times each, which is between 34 to 36 times. All of them came up negative. I ain't trying to hear that.
So you don't think that IV that he got was used to flush
That
out?
IV was not masking dude. When you talk about steroids,
a lot of fighters get IVs. A lot of fighters get IVs to rehydrate.
Hey yo, Freddie Roach. Hold on, Freddie Roach, right? Was monitoring Oscar De La Hoya when he was getting his IVs.
And you saw
and nobody said nothing about that.
And you saw the monitor Floyd when they got
hit. Didn't get your therapeutic use exemption 3 weeks after the fight.
He wasn't taking no USADA. He wasn't taking no VADA neither. Pacquiao and them wasn't having that shit. You didn't need no exemptions. Pacquiao wasn't taking no tests. He wasn't taking no
Hell
tests.
no. Dude, with that fight, Pacquiao wasn't even getting drug tested when he fought Chris Algieri.
True.
That's true.
No. Hold on.
Supposedly when he fought Rios, he didn't get drug tested.
No, because what happened was because Manny Pacquiao had most of his training camp in the States. So when he got over there to China, it was 2 weeks before the fight, and he couldn't get an accurate test on him.
Let me ask Antoine and T this question. Like Mayweather says he makes 147 easy, right? And he said he wasn't dehydrated. So why would he need 750 milliliters of saline and vitamins?
I'm gonna say it like this. I've been dehydrated and I have never tried to make a weight in my life. So I would have to agree that dehydration is not that weight loss is not the only thing that causes dehydration. The man be drinking Coke in training. Like he's disciplined in his work ethic, but in his diet, Floyd ain't disciplined. Like Floyd
be eating McDonald's and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Big match before fights and stuff. So possibly that's it. I'm not making no excuses for him, but like Antoine said, man, the dude, they did 30-some odd tests, and these dudes came back clean every time. Every time. So to do an IV and say, oh, he didn't make the weight. He was 150 pounds at a 30-day weigh-in. Dehydration had nothing to do with weight. The doctor requested that this man do this. They said a doctor requested that he gets an IV. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, ain't no doctor.
They busted in his house and caught him taking it. It was different claims, but
And then the Las Vegas people and the Las Vegas commission come out and said that was totally false. The people in charge said that was false. The writers said they come in and they saw IV or something, didn't give no sources. Still have yet to give sources on what is IV supposed.
And the bad part about it, Floyd addressed the IV situation 3 days after the Pacquiao fight on Fight Night. Him and Ellaby addressed the situation 3 days after the fight.
What did Floyd like gain more power or something? Did you see something that said, "Oh, that's a brand new Floyd in there"? Like, what did you see?
well, Bob Arum. This is what Bob Arum said. Bob Arum says that the saline and vitamins. I don't know this. I ain't no doctor. I don't know. They say that's used to drain, to flush out steroids in the system. That's what they say. I don't know this.
You can't flush out fucking steroids that fast. You're gonna pop regardless if you've been taking steroids that recently.
Exactly. Yeah, because when you take steroids, you gotta take that in cycles.
That shit is in your hair. That's how easy it is to find that shit. You have to most steroids you have to be fucking off of them.
I'm gonna do some research though. I'm gonna do some research and see what could that be. What could that have been used for? I'm gonna do
to rehydrate.
Don't give me the findings. Don't give me the findings because I didn't see a brand new Floyd Mayweather. We need to talk when we talking steroids. We need to look at fighters like and I ain't trying to draw no lines and make nobody mad. But we need to look at fighters like Povetkin, fighters who have had stamina issues in their early 30s, fighters who have had bad bodies in their early 30s. Then when they hit 37, 38,
then all of a sudden they're like a whole new fighter.
They get bigger shoulders. They get brand new body. Did we see that from Mr. Mayweather? That's all I want to know. I didn't. So whenever you get those findings, I just seen the same old guy that got a request from a doctor. He didn't knock nobody out. He didn't throw no more punches than usual. He didn't move no more, no less than usual. Yeah.
Well, steroids also used to help. It helps your stamina and it helps your punch resistance.
Oh, I never seen him on the canvas in my life. I never seen him tired in my life. That's what I'm saying. Like, why from one fight? I don't know, man. Look, just don't give me the findings because they said the evidence is a doctor requested the man was rehydrated. The doctor requests he get an IV, and that USADA administered the IV. They said they did. You think they gonna risk their reputation for Floyd Mayweather, but they try their best to lock up old boy?
It was Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, they gonna risk Floyd though. Yeah, I don't believe that. And then let me tell you what Thunderbomb, excuse me, is a big contradiction on. Let me tell you what Thunderbomb, since you asked me. Okay, he tell me Canelo's drain, right? He says Vada is great. But then one video he said Canelo's on diuretics. Why haven't Vada caught that then if they so great? And Canelo been testing with him? Huh?
He said Canelo was on diuretics. I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, he said it. And I posted under that. I said, so if he's on diuretics, why is he drained at 152 pounds? Because if you're on diuretics, you can make whatever the hell you want to make.
You ain't lying.
Well, not necessarily. There's a limit to it, and I'd say that his bottom limit was probably 152. You know, that probably took everything.
Okay, but he was 153 to fight before that. Like the fight before that, he weighed in at 153, and then 4 fights later, he's only 3 pounds above it. You know, so now he's saying Thunderdome say he's a mad scientist of rehydration. He's on diuretic. I'm not gonna say, but I think diuretic. But Vada is the best though.
Well, and there's legal diuretics. There's plenty of diuretics that are legal. Caffeine is a diuretic, and it's legal. So.
No, but the way he's made, I see you know more than I do about that. But he said diuretics as in.
Yeah, like illegal ones.
When people talk, you know, they're not gonna say, "Oh, he's on creatine. He's on something." Somebody say he's on something, you know, they ain't gonna say, "Oh, it's creatine." He mean he on something, and he said diuretics, and he meant what he meant. But he not understand. You contradict yourself when you say, well, Floyd should do VADA because they're the best. But they didn't catch Canelo's so-called diuretics that you think he's on. And also, Canelo's so-called diuretics didn't help him when you said he was drained to shit when Floyd beat him. You know, trying to take credit away from him. So that's what he got. Stuff like that, bro. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's not
yeah, he got to defend that. I haven't heard him say that, but if he said it, he got to defend that.
That's the point. Bring him on. Bring him on, because he put too much nonsense out there. Like Dante used to say on this channel. They say so much and they become so easy to counter. They just too easy to counter. And it's just what it is. The boy Triple G, I like his style, but I can't stand his fans. His fans are assholes. They liars. They bullshit. They make you dislike them, just like Pacquiao people used to do.
I don't think it's quite as bad though.
Nah, because he ain't popular. 97,000 ass nigga, man.
I remember back in like 2006, 2007 on YouTube, I'd like pop up a video of Daniel Ponce de Leon and there'd be like 20,000 comments. Pacquiao would destroy Ponce de Leon, and we're like, what the fuck? I'm trying to watch
it ain't as bad because he don't got that love in his country like Pacquiao had. And Pacquiao was a legit star. His first pay-per-views was versus real Mexicans, and he blasted them out. And he took their stardom. Triple G tried to gain stardom by beating Tomato Can, C-level champions. And Shady, I really want to know, since you like, I don't know if you like Triple G or not, but I just want to know, like, if the belt holders in his division was A-level champions, would he be on this chase for these belts or what? Like, what's up?
You saying if it was big fighters at 160?
No, not big fighters. No, I take that back.
I'm talking about like killers at 160.
Yeah, killers, and notice that killers recently, they black but they unpopular. What if the killers was
he did call out Sergio Martinez and Cotto.
Okay, all right, but I can defend that. I especially Cotto, but Sergio Martinez is crippled. You know, and really falling off. You know, he took that shot in his biggest fight and he never recovered because his knee fell out from under him. But fine, Sergio Martinez, fine. I don't think too many people would get credit for beating him just like Cotto did. But especially not Cotto. He former 140-pound champion. I don't want to see fights. That's crazy. I understand he got the belt, but he ain't never no welterweight. But if I'm gonna ask you like this. If there was killers that people don't want to fight at the division they at right now, Andres, and they 160-pound versions of Andres holding every belt, and they ain't popular, they ain't making you no money, would he be on the chase for these belts like he is now?
That's hard to say, man. If he would fight killers at 160, I think he would, but I can't say that. I can't say for sure, man. I don't know.
I think I know the answer.
Hey, would any fighter want to go through a murderer's row? You gotta ask yourself that with any fighter.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They want to give us credit for it. Like, they want to make us look at it outside the box for what it is when it's him. But they want to box everything else other fighters are doing. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't do that with me, because I just don't appreciate people being fake. It's just me. Because I don't think it would be. I think it would be risk reward with him. It'll be good risk and good reward.
Yeah. And I remember what the boxing game done turned into. The biggest money fight. You go for what's the biggest money fight? It's not about it.
But I remember the same people. Then Floyd wanted to unify with Devin Alexander. Hell, even when Floyd unified with Marcos Maidana, they said cherry pick.
He ain't lying. Yeah, man, I remember when he wanted to unify with Devin Alexander, there was actually a segment of people that said he was ducking Robert Guerrero because Guerrero was the mandatory.
Ignorance, bro. But now it's okay. Now it's fine. Bring them contradictions on over here. And go back to and then you're gonna have to go back to your channel and say, oh well, the black channels, they ain't as dumb as I thought they were. Because that's what they call people, the black channels. Like, we just hating on people. Cause Kovalev ain't over here getting hated on. We might hate on Duva. Kovalev ain't over here getting hated on unless somebody call him a racist like he said these things. Roman ain't over here getting hated on. We trying to really see what he done. I just said we respect it. Cause this guy came over here and he was speaking real boxing. And he rated the fighters he beat. So, you know, they just trying to divide them lines like people stupid, but it ain't happening, bro. Bring him on over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him know. I'm gonna say he wanna route with you. Scorsese.
Look, he don't block me. He don't block me from commenting on his video, seeing his comments. Cause all I did was educatedly respond to the things he was saying, and you never get no response. You never get it. I don't know. I think somebody know they lying. And he content with doing it with the people he done built up over there. He like T Street used to be. Earl know how that is. You right, EJ?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Hey, man, you guys are funny, man. We might as well wrap up, man. You guys are going off. I'm just listening back, man. I'm thinking back. Hey, anything else you guys want to say?
Bring that bomb. That's what I
Appreciate you inviting me on the hangout.
Bring that bomb.
Hey, catch that Ceja versus Ruiz, man. That's gonna be a good fight. That's an overlooked one. Ceja versus Ruiz too on the Leo Santa Cruz versus Kiko undercard. That's gonna be a good fight.
What weight class is that?
122. It's for the title that Ceja won. That I think that it was one of the ones that got stripped from Rigo. To be honest with you.
Hey man, let me ask you about which one of them dudes is the one that be swinging all wild and shit? Which one is one of them sort of like a boxer and the other one wild as hell? Which one is?
Ceja is the puncher. Hugo Ruiz can actually box a little bit. Hugo Ruiz should actually win this fight as long as he doesn't get lazy.
Is one of these dudes, is he Argentinian or is that Leo Santa Cruz mandatory? That's the Argentine.
Nah, they're both Mexican, dog.
Okay.
I don't think there's a. I'm not familiar with an Argentine being the top ranked guy.
He fight Anaheim too, but he Leo Santa Cruz.
Oh, you're talking about Cuellar.
Yeah, Quigg. I get them confused with them too, but I remember that first fight. Yeah, it's gonna be another war like that.
Nah, Cuellar's not that good though, man. He got knocked the fuck out by Oscar Escandon. Nasty. Escandon is a bigger problem than Cuellar is.
Hey man, you guys, man, bro, I'm burning out over in the UK, bro. It's like 2 in the morning, so hey, but what we're gonna do after Quigg and Frampton, you guys gonna be watching it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. After that, I'll do a post thing straight after that, and then we'll break for a bit, and then we'll come back post Hack Lundy and Santa Cruz as well. So tomorrow's gonna be lively. So hopefully you guys gonna be around, man. So I'm gonna say.
Hey, what time is Quigg and Frampton tomorrow in the U.S.? What time they come on in the U.S.?
2?
4:30.
Yeah. Over here is 10, like 10:15 or something like that. So in the UK, so. All the undercard, I'm not really interested in undercard matches. I'm not really interested. But,
over here, it's just gonna be Quigg and Frampton. We ain't getting undercards, but shit. I think I looked it up on Showtime the other day, and it was 4:30. I'm about to look it up one more time. Hold on.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm about to wrap up, man. McCarty just came back. Hey, Naoto come back. Naoto is good, man. Good wrapping up with you and El Nato. Make sure you come back for later on tomorrow. Shady always brings the drama, man. Shady did. Scorsese, of course.
Shady got a package to deliver me, man. He got a package.
Oh, yeah, I'll let him know you looking for him. I'm gonna let him know.
Hey, Shady, what's going on with you and Beast? What's going on with you and Beast and you and Umar, man? What's going on, bro?
I don't know, man. Beast did a video, man. He came out blasting me. I was like, man, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Apparently, him and Sean Newton beefing. And I left a comment. I left a comment in Sean Newton's comment section. He thought it was meant for him, but it wasn't.
Okay, I'm on the Pacific. I got it at 2:30 for Quigg versus Frampton.
Yeah. We all done our predictions, so we gonna come back. I got Frampton.
Yeah, Shady, you Texas, ain't you? You Texas?
Nah.
Okay, I thought Shady was like Texas or South, so I should have told him 4:30 because it's like the Central shit.
Yeah, I'm in the South though. Yeah, I'm in the South.
Okay, yeah, 4:30 Central or 5:30 Eastern. So yeah. But yeah, Shady, I want to tell you, man, you gotta quit like thinking you can befriend them people that like you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I just been in the YTBC for a year, so I don't know what's going on with these old beefs, man. I don't really know what's been happening.
I remember the first time Sean Newton said something to me, man. First thing he said, my reputation precedes me or something. I said, but it ain't a good reputation or something like that. I had Earl over here like rolling because I wasn't falling for that mess. Like they try to befriend you just to set you up for that, to be their middleman, they scapegoat.
The Shady just, man, Shady, that's not like Shady. Shady,
Shady, you too friendly with him, man. You too friendly.
But hey, this is well because Shady wouldn't go over there and talk to Shady, shoot to everyone. But anyway, man, I'm wrapping up, man. Hey, from EJ Boxing Live, from Annie Carney, hey, check out her channel, good channel, Annie Carney. Nauta's channel, check out Nauta. Shady Slim, excellent channel. Scorsese, the boxing voice. You can always catch him in the boxing voice every Sunday. What's that, Carney? Oh, it must have done something. Okay. Yeah, that's it, man. I'm going to play out Booker T music. And we're going to catch you in a couple of hours after Quigg and Frampton. Peace.
Can you